Never will. Yep.
It's a scary place with scary
I
people.
think it's a good place to not go to. A lot of Bye, Cad.
See you, Cad.
This is such a good jam. Hello, everybody. The tweet is live. Do me a favor, go give it some love. We are getting started here shortly. Alrighty, let's get the party started. Alrighty, here is today's artwork for those of you guys on the YouTube side of things, and there for you guys on the Twitch side of things. Do me a favor, go give the artist some love. Also, like I said before, give my tweet some love. Always appreciate the help on either side, either for me or for the artists. We are obviously awaiting the Tunguska live stream today. I'm not expecting anything crazy out of this. I think they're just going to kind of talk about Tunguska and go over it. I haven't heard whether or not it's a pre-recorded. Let me actually double check, because I don't think I've I've seen. We do have maintenance tonight, though, so be careful of that. And I hope everybody's doing good. Yeah, maintenance is in 4 hours at 11 p.m. Eastern. And the stream starts in 2 hours. So, let's see. It is a premiere, so it is pre-recorded. What the heck was that? But yeah, so it is a pre-recorded stream. Is that a puppo cam? It is a puppo cam, and then they're puppo sleep. they're full, warm, content doggos. There's a video part in it. What do you mean a video part in it? You mean like the commercial for Tunguska? Or are you meaning something else, and I'm just not sure? Salter making it easy to work on the 90+ node? Ah, yes. Salter. Chat, you'll see what my comp is. You'll see what it is. Hello, Phoenix. Hello, Angora. It was in the news section. Let me pull it back up. Oh, you just mean the link to the stream? I have it, but no, like I said, I'm just expecting it's pre-recorded. They're probably already on holiday break themselves, and I imagine that nobody wants to be in the office what amounts to Christmas weekend to record this crap. So. Let me change that off of monitor and output because I don't need to hear that twice. We were watching the Clone Wars when I was home from work, basically, because like you guys know, I've just been degen farming the whole time, so it's like I just basically at this point am in like watch mode as long as there's something I can do to distract myself from the farming itself. Makes it a lot easier on me. How many MLBs do I have now? I have 4 on JP. Why did that... Oh, I forgot the Mystic Code. I was gonna say, why did that low roll? But yeah, I'm sitting at 4. I think I need 2 or 3 more drops for MLB, for the final MLB. I'm not sure. But we're doing pretty good. What are the better free quests to farm bond points on? If you're asking about your teapots, my advice would be to save them for the Tunguska raid. Like the final raid. That should be, I think it's a 90++ raid. It should give you some decent bond for it. I think the only problem that you may wish to consider with stuff like that, chat, is do you like see yourself taking a bunch of meta supports that you maybe have like capped out or something like that where you're not going to be getting a lot of bond, or you don't want to get a lot of bond on them? And then from there, if that's the case, ask yourself what node you could see yourself doing where you can get a bunch of units you want to bond in there and then pop the teapot. So it's like, it's totally up to you. But... Oh, Tucson's pre-recorded message. Okay. Barbie raid if you don't plan to go hard in Tunguska raid. Yeah, the teapots don't expire until I think it's like February, like late February. It's like February 24th or something, I think. So like you guys should already have like basically the case files rerun, obviously Tunguska, and then like potentially even Valentine's Day as well. So there's plenty of time to use your stuff. What's your box count? You can see it in the stream title. Beauty of 90+ from day one. Yeah, it's definitely a like complete polar opposite to how the lotto was that we just had in NA. Like you guys can basically go hard with relatively little difference. It would only be the 90++ that has any shot of overtaking it, and we're talking JP here, chat. But the 90++ is like not gonna probably at that point be like that long lasting. So like people can wait till the end if they wish to farm it. You guys know me, I'd prefer to get ahead of my farming requirements and kind of operate with a lead. It lets me do more in a lotto. It lets me kind of figure out how long I have to handle each of the demands of my time. But there's also no guarantee you'll be able to 6-slot the new node. In fact, I'm gonna say this, like the one feather in the cap of people wanting to say that is that you do have a charge C in this lotto on JP. So it is more likely than it otherwise would have been that you'll be able to 6-slot it, but it's still not going to be a guarantee. Depending on what the enemies are and the health values they set it at, it might be something that's very difficult for people. So it really just depends. Is there an app people use? Some people use an auto translator. I'm not a big fan of it, only because it's... I'm not gonna get into it. Needless to say, I play by memory, so... I like to wait for the official NA translations to come to NA before I ever read anything. Expose, thank you for the 3 months. And the Triforce of Shininess, thank you for the tier 1. Can you guys do me a favor and give some love to our newest subs? Go ahead and pop that. And again, enjoy your emotes, guys. Hope tomorrow nodes are better. Oh, this node is actually redonkulous if you have the right people. Like, this node can be argued to be far better than yesterday's. Hello, Rain. Wait, did I must not have used Seizen P there. Prophet, thank you for the 49 bottles of beer. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good holiday weekend already. I know, like, for some of you, you're already off work. I still have to go in tomorrow, but I think I have, like, a half day tomorrow. So, hopefully I get off and have some time to do some other stuff. But, like, I gotta get packed. I'm gonna be headed down to my sister's. I actually have to call my sister because today was her birthday, and I didn't really have the time to do it. Like, not with the amount of, like, time I would have liked to give it. I don't like to, like, if I'm calling my siblings on their birthday, I don't like to normally make it this, like, half-assed, like, quick, you know, like, just one and done type thing. I like to normally, like, connect with them, you know, talk about life and shit that's, like, been going on and everything, so give them an actual big heart-to-heart. Hello, Since it's sale time, if you had to choose one, 16, God of War, Ragnarok, or 2077. Ooh, that's very much in the eye of the beholder. Like, I guarantee you there's people that would tell you each one of those. I will say this. You know, I think that's gonna boil down to, like, generic, like action, hack and slash type fantasy for Final Fantasy 16. God of War Ragnarok is almost like theme park Souls-like, but not quite Souls-like. It's not Souls-like in terms of its difficulty, but you can increase it to such a point. What did I just do? And then obviously Cyberpunk is going to be way more like futuristic, you know, science fiction, dystopian type stuff. So it's like, it really depends on what you're going for. I think in terms of hours, I think it probably goes Final Fantasy 16. And then probably depending on your enthusiasm for either of the two, either God of War or 2077, and then vice versa. I'd say overall, especially with mod ability, I think 2077 has the most replayability there, but it's going to depend on how you feel about the game itself. So. But if you're asking me, like, which one of those three I liked the most, honestly, it's God of War Ragnarok. But, like, I wouldn't try to influence you in that way otherwise. Like I said, I think it's going to come down to, like, what you feel like playing. And, Hassan Lane, thank you for the tier 1. Jack, can we get some love for another new sub? I got no Zenobia cards here. She's gonna get 10%. Betty. Okay, we'll do it like that. It's the best I can manage. Much easier than I had to do yesterday. Yeah, I think it'll also get easier just as people start having MLBs, but... Booba Mart was one of the characters I wanted to get on JP. Yeah, well, like I said, I was asking people, like, who are the characters that haven't had a banner yet on JP? How was that enough charge? And it just kind of, like, you know, I told you guys, it wasn't going to be Nemo. It was going to be your only unit having a banner here. Called Once Human, have I heard of it? I have not. No Earthly Clue, thank you for the half a year as well. Hope you guys are all doing good. Does Tunguska start after the live stream or a couple hours after? We will go down for maintenance in like 4-ish hours. So it's more like 3.5 at this point, but like Yeah, like the live stream will happen at like, you know, in about like an hour and a half. Then we will probably have that for, I don't know, like maybe a half hour. It really depends how long the recording is. And then from there, it's just going to end up being a like wait until maintenance, and then maintenance will happen. Maintenance is usually 4 to 5 hours. And it basically from there will come up. So the reason I'm talking in terms of hours instead of like actual times is because I know not everybody lives in the same time zone. So it gets kind of difficult when I'm like, oh, Eastern time, and it's like people might live in like Asia or Europe or something and have like no idea how much different that is. Thank you, Bob. The reset time. Yes, reset time tonight. What time is EST and CMT? I have no idea what CMT even is. They're like Central Mediterranean time? Central Middle Eastern time? Central Madagascar time? Central Mountain time? There we go. Central Mediterranean. If I had to guess, that's 6 hours different. If I had to guess. So I think the East Coast is 5 hours different from the West Coast of Europe. So I'm betting you're about 6-7 hours, sometime like that. Is Tunguska worth rolling for the seas? Ooh, this is a difficult question. I saw someone trying to make the claim that they had to roll on Twitter, and I actually reached out and responded to them and told them no, they didn't. But I think they were kind of trying to get sympathy a little bit. But you don't have to roll, chat. What you are getting out of that craft essence is, and I say that craft essence. Okay, so like let's be clear here. The 3-star CE. Why is that doing that? Okay, hold on. The 3-star CE is like not worth it. It's not even worth considering. It's probably weaker than most other CEs you have. The 4-star CE is nice, but you still probably have better CEs than this. The 5-star CE in event is actually going to probably outpace Black Grails, okay? Or be roughly equivalent to a good one. Because it depends like whether or not you have MLB and stuff like that, okay? So, do you need to roll it for the damage reasons? Maybe if you don't have a singular Black Grail, it might be worth it. Even then, though, I think we can make an argument that there's other stuff out there like Angel's Song, Heaven's Feel, yada, 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 and that could be good. So then the flip side becomes about the bond. And the bond is probably where I think most people are looking at it and thinking they need to roll. But you guys need to ask yourself, is it worth your courts to get extra bond on one node? Because that bond bonus only applies in Tunguska. Like, and I say that like one node, right? Like, yeah, you might be able to get it in some of the earlier raids and such. And it does apply as well in the story chapters that you go through. But no, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to say it's still not going to amount to that much bond in the grand scheme of things. You will, however much you spend to try and get the CEs, you will probably not make back. Like the CE will not be worth its investment. So at that point, the only one I really consider being worthy of your attention is the 5-star CE, and only if you can get MLB of it, because it is an all attack scaling CE. It's a hybrid buster quick CE with 50% charge. So as a proper CE outside of the event, it is not a bad CE. It's actually got some potential uses. But like, do you have to roll for it? No. I have a super black rail and I'm trouble killing things too fast. No, I mean, not unless you're using like someone that's like MP5 120 who's also a bonus unit, right? Like, guys, if you run into a situation where you're killing it too fast, scale back the level of your supports, or like just don't use some of the skills, right? Like, you always have that option. it's something you should be aware of, that like, yes, it is possible to kill the raid too fast, at least the final raid. But if that's happening, just be smart about it. Don't do all the extra stuff that you would maybe get you in trouble. Will I roll? For Tunguska, yes. Yes, I am rolling Tai Gong Wang. How can you kill a raid too fast? If you don't take 3 turns to kill the raid, you won't get all the ads. And if you don't get all the ads, you don't get all the drops. But I talked all about this in my entire video if you guys paid attention. And if you haven't, go watch the video. It also has guides. Are you gonna do story discussion stream post Tunguska? I hadn't planned on it, but it's certainly possible given like the timeliness of it. Like I don't think there's gonna be much of anything going on that week other than the lotto itself, so. Do you know when the raids will hit? You will get your first raid, I believe, is it Friday night, chat? Because I know it's like, there's 4 raids, okay? And I say 4, there's technically more, but like, the final raid is on Tuesday the 26th, okay? The 3rd raid should be on the 25th, which is Christmas. That's the retainer swarm. There's a bunch of miniature raids in that one. The 2nd raid should be on the 24th, which is Sunday. Oh, wait, yeah, okay. So then the 1st raid won't be Friday. It'll be Saturday, right? At least I think. I had to like back that up from there because I know when the final raid is, but oh shit, I didn't need to press that, but whatever. Chat, welcome to my comp. Did I see the new Jujutsu Kaisen episode? Yes. I don't want to spoil things for people, but I am not liking the direction of Jujutsu Kaisen anymore. Like, I'm actually beginning to doubt the writer's ability to write a coherent story. Like, I know people were hyped for like all the like crazy shit that's happening, but like, at least at the current moment, I'm not a huge fan of it. Like, it's got a lot of epic fighting in it. That's good. It just like, it feels to me almost like the fucking like Star Wars sequels where the entire like way it's written is to offset expectations. Pretty sure it started like 8 p.m. American time, right? 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. But yes, chat, I am at plus 11. Y'all can do the math. I don't know how many that is. Like 142,000. Would you say this raid is skippable considering no one wants to farm on Christmas? I would not skip the final raid. If you want to skip the prior ones, I don't think you're going to lose that much. But I would not skip the prior one. 236? Okay, so then plus 10, so I'm at 246, chat. Welcome to my comp. It's a 5 press, chat. Boom, 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 and then later boom. That's it. Now, want to know what was even more amazing? There was a point before I got my, or right as I got my 4th MLB, where I had a free craft essence. So I was able to put a K-scope on Santa Carna, and without any button presses, Santa Carna killed. That comp was a 3 press. That comp was fucking amazing. I want that comp back. It was so stupidly fast. Going for QP cap again. JP I actually need QP on. So like my JP has been pretty bereft. You can level up some skills for quick farmer since I just got Scotty. Looking at the level of the skills on Valkyrie and Zerkalot, any advice you want to share? Zerkalot only level his 3rd skill, level it all the way up to max. The Valkyries, it's the first skill, like it's their steroid, and then it's their charge per turn that you want to level. So I think it's the first and the third skill. Is Zerglot or Valkyrie better? That kind of probably depends on MP level, but it's usually going to be Zerglot just because Berserker. So it's like he'll be more usable in that regard. But yeah, chat, this one's just a 5 press, and the only difference between this and the 3 press comp is that I have to use the 2 targeted charge skills. What's up, Luxu? I'm annoyed that I burned out around the time Santa Carna came out. Does he get put in the Evo Festival? You get another shot at him. He literally comes back. He is our last remaining rerun to date. You got 70 boxes and you're still at +7. Ugh. And I assume the +7 is like, you've gotten like 1 drop, so you're at 6 slot, and you're taking an MLB from a friend. Is NA skipping case files? No. Does the rerun have his coins? I don't remember. Ah! There was another drop, chat. Let's go take a look. What up, Bodegon? Wow, yes. Okay, so you guys, you can see. Yeah, I'm one away. We're one off of perfection. I was bonding Penth on the backline, chat, because the thought occurred to me that with Penth's append unlocked and her 20% per turn, plus a 20% from like Morgan or something like that, like she'd be able to like handle that middle enemy probably. Her AP will like to hear that. But so I've been bonding her to try and get her append unlocked. Because I only have NP2 of her, so that's only like 30 coins each. Stakes are dead forever then? I mean, if you don't ever touch appends, they probably are. If you touch appends, you actually need probably quite a bit, but... Yeah, prepare the torches, I'm sorry. I could really go for a lotto right now. Last Christmas was criminally short. So, like, it's really funny, and I obviously, if you guys feel it was short, I'm not gonna try to delegitimize that. Everybody thought that at the time on JP too. I just find it really funny to see NA like trying to complain to the devs. Like I see people on Twitter underneath the official posts being like, "I'm not playing Tunguska because Christmas was too short." I'm like, did you not know? Because like I sat here telling everybody to expect it. So it's like, I don't know, man. Weird take, but sure, yeah. Guess they'll miss out. Mm-hmm. Oh, someone asking about the new Mystic Code. Yeah, the 5% party charge is the weirdest part about it. Like, 5%'s a weird number to begin with, and obviously there's some applications for it, but like, the party-wide effect of it is just like, huh? Boycott Tunguska. FGO Twitter is a different breed of dumb. Oh, listen, chat, I already knew that. Like, FGO Twitter, like, retweets just, like, stupid comments that are just blatantly wrong, or, like, they sit there and they, like, you know, like and retweet a bunch of like blatant spoiler shit to ruin it for the rest of the community. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what to do with FGO Twitter in that regard. I'm like afraid to interact with half the people because it's just not a good look. Finally feeling I can get back into it. Excited for Tunguska. Nice, Galactic. Hope you've been well at least. really benefits from 5% besides Karna and Arjuna? I mean, like, it's not even necessarily so much that. It could just be that the 5% would be the amount that allows you to, like, finish off, like, whatever refund you were short on or something. But, yeah, I mean, I made this statement the very first day, and it actually immediately screwed me on using the Mystic Code, where I said, why wasn't it 10%? If it was just 10% for one target, I would have actually, like, been able to loop. So, it is what it is, right? Like, I'll say this. Yes, it would be better if it were 10%. That being said, having any charge is better than none. So it is what it is. Or if you can't afford a lore, you can use it. I mean, sure, yeah. Mystic Code similar to 2004. So, I'm so glad you brought that up, Avalon, because I already had a situation earlier today. So the first comp I ran for this node was actually Okitan with double Summer Scotty. And guess which Mystic Code didn't work, but which one did? The new Mystic Code didn't work, but 2004 did. So I already had that problem arise, and I was like, God darn it. So this comp only worked because MLB's, right? No. Yeah. Morgan Le Fay is absolutely fantastic for that opening wave. She's 50% charge, and you can get her in a pin. That's 70%, so that works with a non-MLB. Castoria Berserker works wonders because of how much charge she has. Creamhild, if you had a high enough NP level, or like really a lot of these options would still work as long as you're willing to like potentially use the Mystic Code to cover up for a damage deficiency on them. Okay? But basically, any of that would work for like that middle wave. You just need someone that is a 50% charger at minimum. Give them an append maxed out, and then that's going to make the difference. And then the last one, yeah, Sumanai. I'm going to say Sumanai is probably the more non-negotiable one here. You could make do with other units, I suspect, but it's probably... I shouldn't have pressed that there. It's probably just going to be, like, somebody that you have very many levels in and are deeply invested into. I don't need plug suit for my current comp? Yeah. My NP levels are higher. I would have gone for clean kills. Yep. So, like, for instance, chat, I will freely admit this. The first, like, 20 runs I did of this node, my Sumanai lowballed. And I was like, man, I guess I'll just have to keep using the Mystic Code. Why is he lowballing? Because, chat, this third skill is a 1-turn buster up, and I had been popping it on turn 1 thinking it was 3 turns, and I had just totally forgotten that. And then I went like, wait a minute. I suddenly realized that his buster buff was no longer visible, and I was like, huh, that's really weird. Why is that not the case? I was like, oh, that's right, it's 1 turn. I forgot that, because it's a super powerful one. It's like a 50% buster up. So... then I realized that I could delay that, and in doing so, I suddenly realized I didn't have to use the Mystic Code on Sumanai. An NP5 10x10 Sumanai will kill the final wave without any sort of external help other than, like, Morgan Le Fay buffs. So, like, Morgan Le Fay gives attack up and gives overcharge, which is just really solid. How did that pull no one with an MLB? There's, like, tons of people with them now. But so it's like, it's funny because it's one of those things where I just hadn't used Sumanai in a while and I'd forgotten that. And I just like had been running the node completely ignorant of it. And then I went like, oh yeah! It just made it so much better. But so like, if you do it that way, then that frees up your Mystic Code to be used on something else. What I will say is this comp probably, especially if you're going to use Sumanai, probably requires at least one MLB. At least. Okay? Like, you don't have to have MLBs everywhere, but it probably requires at least the one. Append is needed for Sumanai? Yeah, but you'll want to anyways, because he's a 30% buster unit. So having the append Lord on him will actually allow him to 3-turn with a 50% C out, like in a normal Koyan Skya Oberon setup. Like, so basically, it's I already had it. I didn't have to lore it for this. It was something that I'd already had done because I've used Sumanai to 3-turn nodes. My Morgan to be a total monster? Yeah. Siegfried versus Dragons is just funny. Absolutely. I gotta give credit to Bless. I think it was Bless this morning that was like, oh yeah, that one. And I was like, huh. Oh yeah, I was gonna say that's clickbait. Siliconera doesn't know what the fuck it's talking about. As usual, right? I still only got MP1 of him on JP, so I can't do this. You might be able to, Hardest. It just depends. Like try putting the Mystic Code on him. I don't know, like if you had someone like Penth to clear the middle wave that can also give buffs, that's why I started looking at Penth. That would be ideal. I'd have to see, is Sumanai Brynhilder's beloved? Well, it probably doesn't matter. You're probably not gonna be able to clear that middle one. Who? Over here sabering the node. So I actually switched to that for all of one run because I didn't want to use my saber, and then I was finally like, guess I'll just use it because that charisma is so strong. And then like I immediately like things clicked. I was like, no wait, I need to go back to using Morgan Le Fay. She was actually stupidly good. Did song request die? I don't know. I suspect it was just a very, very long, low sounding song. Ah, yes, heavy metal. Can Betty do the middle wave? Potentially. I actually haven't tested. My Betty's only NP1 on JP, sadly. The good thing with Karna is Karna's damage bonus. So you just like, you don't have to do much. If you have like this setup like right here, chat, my Karna kills without any like extra investment in him or anything. And I have the coins for Karna. I'm not sure if I got that from the Evocation Festival or if I got that from like his rerun though. It should be the rerun. I just wanted to make Creamhill Siegfried double comp. Morgan is there because the easiest third one. Yeah, Morgan actually like is the only unit that will really allow the rest of them to like pop off like that and still clear a wave. Like just because she gives the overcharge mechanic, right? Which definitely helps Sumanai, and she gives the attack up. So it's like both those two things are just super solid. Oh, whoops. Wrong skill. But like, I don't see any reason that like, Jed, I don't think this is about really like having the damage to kill too much. I think it's about having the charge to be able to do it. Because like, it is very easy to do this comp and just put Plug Suit on and rotate in another support. Like, you don't have to do it as simple as this. This is just like, CAD light go fast, CAD do minimal button presses when possible. That's all this is. CAD prefer speed and easiness. That miss? No, I popped her guts. That's what happened. What? My fingers were off. Oh yeah, are people asking why I'm referring to Siegfried as Sumanai? Yeah, the joke is just that he says Sumanai when you summon him, and he was one of the like most spooked units back in year 1 of FGO. So like everyone started calling him Sumanai because he just started like ruining everyone's roles. Yeah, Bob is using Saber Lily apparently, Avalon. Was it true Siegfried was the carry for year 1 FGO? No. I wouldn't say that. He was not a bad unit though. Like Siegfried has always been a very serviceable unit. Like even back then he lacked a lot of buffs, but like there just were not a lot of options unless you had SSRs. FGO Boomer lore, yeah. Is going for 120 or a pin's better for Melisum? That's a difficult one to answer. 120 is going to get you more damage all the time, but having at least the mana loading gets you the 20% extra charge, which with Melisum means you can start her out with a 50% C, like say in an event that has starting charge, have her append, pop her first skill to get her up 30%. And what that allows you to do is turn 1, you got to 100% without utilizing her third skill, which means you can start her in her third form and then pop her third skill turn 1 and get it back again so that you get even more NP damage. So it's like, it's kind of a trade-off. There are some reasons to have both. The best of both worlds would be to at least get the mana loading and still 120 her. But that takes I think it takes like NP 4 to be able to do that. I think. Yeah, Regend low-key carried France for people. NP3 Bond 15. There you go. Let's take for her to get to 120 without a pens, NP2. The issue is that NP1, you get 90 for a copy, and you can get 180 potential coins out of Bond. That is not 300 coins. That is 270, so you'd be 30 shy of being able to actually spend the 300 to get her to 120. MP2 plus Bond 12 is 300? Sounds high. But yeah, I guess you would still need 120 coins. So yeah, it's probably got to be into that last bit. Because it's like, I think it's 30 coins for 1 through 6. 30 coins for 7 through 9. And then 120 coins for 10 through 15. Because it's 20 per. Freaking coin system sucks. I don't think there's anyone that would argue against it at this point. Like, and the only statement that I have to make in this is not that like the append system or the grailing to 120 system suck. Even you could even argue the coin system itself doesn't suck. It's just the availability of coins. That's the problem. Like, the systems themselves are actually quite well implemented. It's just there's no inflow. It needs more. Bond 10 is 80. Yeah, that's I don't know why. I always learned the breakdown that way that I just showed on stream. And it's because I think it's like your first like 1 through 6 is what, 5 coins per level. 7 through 9 is 10 coins per level, and then 10 through 15 is 20 coins per level. So I think it's why I learned the breakdown that way. Hello, Thomas. Trying to speedrun LP6 for Tunguska? That's gonna take a while. Good luck. Granted, like I've said, the big thing is just make sure you guys have it by the final raid. Yeah, we will get Tunguska after maintenance. Sorry, I'm just catching up with YouTube chat. Where's the second servant in the JP Christmas event? You mean like the second banner? We got Burrito Mart today. Yeah, we have maintenance for Tunguska. They really can 3-turn. You can 3-turn with Saber Lily. In this specific node, I don't know. I guess in theory it'd be possible. I could attempt it if chat wanted me to. I'm not sure it would be a good thing for me, but I could attempt it. Work deadlines got too crazy. Understandable. Have a good one, Coda. Lily needs some spotlight. Let me see what I can do. Hers will be weird because she's only a 20% charger, so it's gonna have to be a double Oberon comp. I don't know about 3-turning with her. Listen, we'll try, okay? We'll try. Oh wait, no. In order to be able to 3-turn with her, I have to be able to use K-Scope. How is my Lily on JP? 444. Why did I agree to this? I love that Salter's just sitting right there. Being like, pick me. I don't have it restricted. They're not a 3-star. That is bonus. Doesn't look like it. Believe in the Lily who believes in you. I will.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Why did I agree to this? Hold on. I don't think the charge scales on her. Let me double check. It does. Granted. Oh, wait. Oh, she doesn't have the 10% though, yeah. So... Man, she was close. Reverse scales? Yep. Welcome to JP chat. Welcome to not being around in year 1. Reverse scales are hell. I have no problem using them on a saber face, but that is the issue. Let me just double check and make sure that shit's unlocked. It is unlocked. It's a saber face. You'd have eventually leveled the skills anyways. I would, but the timeliness of it hurts. Alright. I agreed to this. We're seeing it through. Let me double check one more thing. Okay. Yeah, we're probably good. Well, ooh. No, we're probably not. We have 100 turn 1. Yeah, okay. Okay, that should be fine. A pin check? Oh, we don't care. We're good. She just needs it unlocked. Why did you agree to this? Why not? 400k, chat. Should have gone with the arts card last, but... No! Alright, hold on. Let's reverse. Rewind. The not getting the other card crit there hurt. I'll go back. We'll reading Steiner this. She's just nervous. Yeah, the horrible carding is the situation you don't want to get into. Reverse the scales. I wish. Use the mystic code. That's what I'm gonna do. Can we only start farming tomorrow though? The event comes out tomorrow, but I don't think your first raid is until Saturday. I think. Like someone in chat can double check that, but I am pretty positive that be how that works. You know what? Fuck it. Give me the NP gain. I don't know why. Just give it to me. Feels correct. I don't want to use Oberon's cards. It's like cheating. Okay, much closer. There we go, chat. See? There was never any threat. Okay, now I get the mana burst. That is a lot of Oberon and P's for when this fails. It won't, chat. There you go. I was gonna say, I believed in her. This is double Oberon third skills. So, yes, I just dealt more than 1 million damage with Saber Lily. It's almost like Oberon kind of broken. So it's just a story chapter without a raid till Saturday? Yeah. It's like the preamble. Okay, now we did that. Now I've proven it to you, chat. Do you believe me now? Lily broken? Okay, you know what? I agree with you. To be fair, if they had given Lily 30% charge, she would have been able to double Koyan. That would have allowed her to be able to, like, get her mana burst just like Artoria on turns 2 and 3. That would have made her so much better. Like she would have had it on that middle wave and she would have clean cleared. But nothing you can do about that. Like, the design is the design. Do you think we were getting more power creep on JP this New Year's? I don't know, right? Like everyone keeps asking me what I think the New Year's sermon is going to be, and I'm like, I have no freaking clue at this point. JP's just kind of like gone crazy. Strange Fake or Samurai Remnant for the collab? I don't know, honestly. I don't think it'll be Strange Fake. I mean, like, it might be, but, like, I get the weird feeling like at this point we might be headed for something unexpected. But I could see it being Strange Fake. Like if they're trying to hype up the anime or something. Melty Plug. Fate Einhierar? That could be a thing. I think these sorts of things just depend and are entirely up to the whims of the devs. We could try to predict them, but they've certainly been somewhat unpredictable with their collabs, so. But I'll tell you this, chat. The reason I would tell you it's almost certainly not Samurai Remnant is just because of the Samurai Remnant devs' own response to the question. They basically said nothing was in the works yet. So if nothing was in the works, that pretty much tells you that that it won't be this year, because we know they plan at least like that far ahead. Samurai Remnant came out back in what, like October, chat? So, but if he's lying, I mean that's possible, but. Give me a Gohan collab? No, because then they'd have to remember Medusa again. Can't have that. We can't remember the original Fate Stay Night units, chat. Come on, you guys know that. It's not allowed. But yeah, I mean, chat, for all we know, it could be like Prototype or something like that. So, like, I I think there's many possibilities this year for what it could be. What it is, I have no earthly clue.
いい判断です。
Maybe she can get a buff someday. Who, Lily? Lily's had buffs. Lily's had an NP buff and a buff to that first skill to give her 20% charge. So, Lily was only a arguably bad unit at launch. The second she had her NP interlude, which was year 2, it was the Saber Wars rerun is when she got her NP interlude. Ever since then, she's been good, but she has kept a negative stigma from year 1 that like carried over to NA that people still to this day hold and still don't understand. It's like people are like allergic to using Saber Lily when the reality is Saber Lily is probably better than most of the like when they first start out, Saber Lily ends up being a better unit than most of the units they have as an AoE Saber, which is kind of funny to me. Yeah, Einherjar is like still very much fresh, and the only reason that I would say it even has a chance is simply because they did the same thing with Requiem. Like, I don't understand why they pulled Requiem out so fast as a collab. So it's like, I would only assume that they would do something like that at that point to try and sell copies of it, to try and draw attention to it. Ah! My fingers missed. Requiem has been dead for 3 years. Well, I mean, isn't the author basically busy helping out with FGO and other projects at this point? Eris has had more content on FGO than on her own series. Yep. Yeah, I mean, part of me wonders too, like, was it like maybe not doing so well and so they just rolled it into FGO? Who's a ploy to get her in? I mean, maybe, right? They love Fate Stay Night units like Arturia, and Arturian. Don't forget Arturia. Listen, I'm not gonna say there's not a lot of Saber faces in this game, but they also clearly love the Sakura faces, right? Like, it is what it is. There's just definitely more units than just those two. For instance, we can't forget the other big person that should be there, Medusa. Ilya. Oh yeah, and then that other like huge female protagonist, Medea. Oh yeah, and Taiga, of course. We can't forget Taiga. Yeah, I was gonna say the hilarious part is there's no unit more forgotten in FGO at this point than Medea from the original cast. Like, Medusa finally got the attention again, but like... This New Year's servant being a pseudo-servant might be a new trend considering Mucha Matcha. Ignore Koyami and Kirei. Oh man, it's a new trend. Ignore this thing that absolutely disproves the trend. But see, look, guys. Yeah, I mean, like, I'll say this: there's no real point in looking for trends. Trends will either be there or they won't. Like, you don't need to make it try to happen before it actually does. Single throwing Medea aside for younger female version of herself, pretty much. Well, like I said before, I think their big shtick with FGO is that they have units that are unique to FGO, like Medea Lily. And I think they look at that and they go, okay, well then FGO is for telling Medea Lily's story since we've already told Medea's story. And I'm like, I don't really think they actually have, but I think that's kind of what they think. I think that's how they're, like, approaching things. Ren face for New Year's? I mean, maybe it will be, right? Like, at least that would be something different. And then finally, I would be able to stop hearing about, like, them ignoring Ren, right? Like, chat, I want to say just how much I am rooting for Ren fans just so they can shut up. And you and I all know that won't be the case. Yeah, never. Exactly. That will not be the case. They will just simply get louder. And like, look, I just being serious for a minute. Like, I don't blame anyone for complaining that they don't have Ren. I don't blame anyone for being happy if they do get another Ren face, right? Like, it is what it is. In the same way that I'm sure most people don't blame me for being ecstatic when there's a new Saber face. And if you do blame me, fuck you. I think the big thing with all of this, as always, is just like, just be kind, don't be like the annoying asshole. Like it doesn't need to be a topic of every conversation and come up every 2 seconds type deal. I think as long as people are pretty chill with stuff like this, it usually is fine. That is the sole reason we have a million Saber faces. God, I wish. Do you think we'll ever get Saber Lion? I could see it if they ever wanted to do like a carnival collab. That'd be freaking great. But do I actually realistically think they'll do that? Probably not. It'd be a good way for them to sell copies of the Blu-ray though. We joked before, but I'd like another Taiga. They totally missed their opportunity. It was the year of the Tiger 2 years ago, and they didn't give us a new copy of Taiga for that. I don't know what the heck they're thinking. I think your community is chill in general about things, Cad. Yeah, I think because the community knows, like, when I harp on one of these things, I'm joking. Like, it's not anything that I actually take seriously. There are definitely, like, fans that I find annoying out in the, like, general fandom. Most of those don't exist here because, like, most of those stupidly annoying people, chat, I got rid of at some point. Like, and not even just because they were annoying, but more because, like, they started, like, getting, like, rule-breakingly annoying on the Discord or some shit. And then it's like, okay, well, you're already a pain in my ass, and now you're breaking rules. Guess I'll get rid of you, type deal. Wasn't there a Saber Lion experience card? Yes. Hello, Hentai Man. Thanks for the excuse, pretty much. But it's like I said, you know, I've had people accuse me before of like, oh, well, you're just arguing with me and so you hate me and therefore you're going to remove me. And I'm like, I usually don't remove people that I argue with. I think a lot of people probably think I'm very trigger happy, but, and I've talked about this with several people before, but it's like, I think at whole, the, like, our greater community, I don't mean like FGO, but I mean like, you know, Explosion and stuff like that. I don't think, a lot of people see even some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes and in every other channel, right? Like, and so a lot of people, like, think that, like they see, like, one argument and they see, like, something happen from it, and then they're like, oh, Cad's just being, like a dictator right now. He's just really, like, going to town on this person. I'm like, chat, y'all gotta realize if I'm doing that, there's been some shit. Like, that doesn't come out of nowhere. It's straight up like, this is one of that person's final straws, if not the final straw. Like, usually there is something that leads me to getting to, like, that upset with someone, if I ever do. And it's rare, because, like, most of the time I'm not upset with someone so much as, like, I will probably just sit there and be, like telling them to stop or something like that. I will draw a million Ilias and invade your art channel, Cat, as a way to protest. I mean, I'll just delete it. Like, and that's the thing. I'll ask you to stop and I'll delete it. So what would get you banned? What would get you banned is you keep doing it after I ask you to stop. And even then, I still wouldn't, like, immediately do it. It would be a, like, you'd have to keep going with it. I would ask you to stop yet again. And then I would probably give you your final warning. And then if you still ignored that, then I would finally kick you. Like, I've said this before and I'll say it again, chat. My one weakness as a person is I give people too many chances. It really takes a bit to get you back. It really does. That is anti-Ilia confirmed? No, I mean, I would just be anti-spam. How about bitching afterwards? Well, okay, look, I've said this before, too, to people that, like, I think people in general gotta understand that, like, let's say me or one of the mods takes action against, like, a post or something that you make, okay? I think it's perfectly reasonable to ask for an explanation, right? To be like, whoa, what did I do, right? I got no problem with that. But I think there's a difference between not knowing what you did and asking for an explanation and just bristling at every moderator action that would get taken against you and, like, always assuming malice and, like, always, like, at that point, like getting in arguments with the mods and, like, being combative and, like, generally just being a pain in the ass about every decision that gets made. So it's like, I've definitely seen a ton of people like that over the years. Those people usually don't stay around too long. The mods are oppressors, yeah. I never put CEs up, and he still hasn't sent the alligators to my house. That's true. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, Dad, I've already told you guys before, like, I don't super patrol my friends list. Like, if I log in and I see you haven't logged in a ton of days, I will kick you off. That's usually how it works. However, that being said, what I should do and what I normally will do is in the middle of a lotto, if I have to go into my friends list at any point, I will scroll down that list. And I will look to see who has CEs up on support. If you do not have CEs equipped several days into a lotto, I am probably kicking you because I now know you're not playing. Like, what that tells me is that all you're doing is logging in every day, but you're not actually playing the game. Because, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, if you are not playing during a lotto in FGO, are you actually going to ever play the game? Because the lotto is the best time to play. So, that's my question for people. Because we have filters now? Yeah, exactly. No event sees, you're out. Only one set of supports on a new account, you're out. Put things on. I ask people to split their supports. I'm not going to sit there and patrol whether or not they do. I also, like, chat, like, for the most part, I've told people, whenever I invite them to my friends, this is like, yeah, like, you should equip CEs in the middle of an event. What does that mean? That does not mean I'm telling you to roll. That just means, like, at least put up, like, the shop CE or whatever, like, free 3-star CE you got, right? Like, it tells me you're at least thinking of the people on your friends list. You're at least, trying, right? Like, if you can't even be asked to do that sort of thing, it probably just means you're not actually playing yet again. Because, like, chat, I will never forget, I want to say it was, like, back when, I think it was either back when Arknights or Epic 7 first came out, there were a ton of people that were playing FGO, but they were not playing FGO. They had, like, moved on to check out the new like, hip gacha game. And I caught, like, I think it was well over, like, 20 people on my friends list that were basically just logging in every day so that they wouldn't appear to be not playing the game, but they were not playing the game. I guess that's usually all I ask is like just some common sense stuff about like, please be playing the game actively. Please be like actually putting shit up on your support. I don't expect you to wail. I don't expect you to like spend money on the game or anything like that. Yeah, I have a video on how to split your support. Florida man made national news trying to do bad things to SCOTUS. Oh god. I didn't hear about it, but it be what it be. Oh, when Genshin released? Genshin was also bad. And chat, like, this should tell you a lot where, like, if I'm sitting there playing the other gacha game alongside you, and I go back and look, and, like, I'm still tending to my account, but you're not? Just saying! Nikke, I don't think anyone in the community was really bad when Nikke came out. I think when Nikke first came out, it was not a big hit. And it, like, slowly started to catch on in the, like, weeks after that. But, like, honestly, the biggest hit where I noticed people were not playing for Nikke was on the wiki. Like, the wiki got infinitely worse when Nikke came out. I don't know why. Like, it's been bad since then. I suspect it's probably because there was, like, one dude on the wiki that was handling a lot of the, like, editing, and he probably stopped playing and went to go play Nikke. And so then, like, the other volunteers in the wiki had to actually do work. The Coomer fandom confirmed? Probably, right? Kimba, thank you for the gift sub. You did not have to. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you. Fandom still doesn't have the 8th anniversary added to the anniversary and milestones page. I mean, I can see how stuff like that happens, where they miss, like, a link to some, like, meta section that's, like, bigger than, like a category, right? I don't mind stuff like that. I think the biggest thing for me is always that, like, they're just more timely with actually getting information in. And I've said this before, it's like, you're not gonna hear me, like, ever criticize people in the wiki too hard. And if you think this is like hard criticism, it's not, because like at the end of the day, I completely understand that everything that they're doing is a volunteer service. Like, it's no one's paying them. They don't get any like fame or glory for it for the most part. It just is what it is. So it's like, I appreciate that. And I've talked about that before, that it's like, if it were not me, like if I were not like a content creator for FGO, I would probably be helping with the wiki myself at that point. The whole reason that I don't bother to do anything like that is because I'm just any time that I could spend updating a guide could be an actual like piece of content, like an actual guide that I make for the community. So it's like, to me, the wiki should be handled by other people that have the time and the willingness to do so. If they're having difficulties updating it, they just need to solicit more help. And I did see someone the other day that was in FGO General trying to make the claim that, like, oh, well, it's because the community's entitled and no one wants to help. And I'm like, that's just not true. If you guys actually, like, let's say one of you right now wants to go edit the wiki. You can't. If you go to the page, you will notice that the page is locked. You must get permission from a moderator. So you can go apply and hopefully they approve you, but you cannot actually just waltz up and edit the info yourself without help. And the conversation in question that got leaked to try and well, not leaked, but like linked to try and like say that was one of the moderators getting pissy and telling someone to edit it themselves. That's because the moderator unlocked the page for them to do so. Not because they like actually had full rights access otherwise. Like it is not a sadly it is not a like community run wiki. It is run by select people that control it. And I think like it is what it is, but that's all I'm gonna say is that if the wiki is having a hard time updating itself, they should just ask for help. I think that is the like easy example of things that I can give, and I don't want to ever see like more of FGO's like information repositories fall into like disrepair. Jade, thank you for the resub, thank you for the 49. You ready for the mods? Okay. Anonymous dude, thank you for the follow. I want a Taiga Dojo event or whatever was the equivalent from Fate Zero. I would love a Taiga Dojo event. I think that'd be great. That could have functionally been what Ketsmas was, and it's actually hilarious because Taiga does like appear in that event. She randomly appears in the middle of Kets's NP. A bunch of stuff can be locked, yeah. Nini no Nautica. I think I said that right. Maybe that was one too many knees. Thank you for the follow. Only way we should be. Indeed. But yeah, like I said, like otherwise I will always appreciate fandom for doing what they do. That like, and I will say this, like fandom and how it is presented makes it super easy on me to record videos based off of it. And I know a lot of people go like, oh god, that's so lazy, like you should just do it yourself and make your own infographics. Well, you're right, but that would only be worth if the FGO community actually prized like well edited content and not like just being first, right? Like I think that's one of the issues that I've encountered as a content creator is I realized that like the timeliness of the information matters so much more than the quality, and that is sad but true, and there's nothing I can do about that. That's just like the meta for this community. I think in different communities you'd have different stances on things, and there is content that you can make that will succeed if it's more polished, but it usually doesn't necessarily like it's not proportional to the amount of like views and stuff that it'll get. I'm kind of new to FGO and I can't do Tunguska, sadly. I'm too far in the story. It's okay. You don't have to feel too bad about missing Tunguska. Like when you actually get to that point, you will at least be able to experience the story of it. You just won't like get the raids that are going on currently, but that's not going to be like a super big loss for you. But yeah, exactly like chat's telling you, my advice would be to like take your time and enjoy it. This is a fantastic game, especially for its story. Captain, thank you for the 29. Hope you're doing good. The people who make the guides in PNG are the unsung heroes. I shouldn't take offense to that, but I will say this, that does rub me wrong. As somebody that like went through years of making like hour-long lotto guide videos where all people did was sit there in the comments and comment on where's our spreadsheet, it definitely hurts, right? Like to put a lot of effort into something and then have someone just be like, nah man, don't care, give me something more reductive. No, it is what it is. But like I think that's just I don't blame people for wanting something simple and easy to understand, but I will say that that is not my content style in the slightest. Isn't it only the epilogue before the main interlude? Yeah, but you do get the main interlude eventually. Thanks for the spreadsheet, by the way. I know. Thank Avalon. Avalon did most of the work on it. Those videos are great, but also took a lot to produce. Yeah, I think a lot of chat doesn't necessarily realize just the sheer amount of effort that went into them, how much of a group effort it was. At any given moment, we had like 8 to 10 people working on those videos, so it's like it wasn't worth it. That is the sad part. I wish it was. In that regret, or sorry, in that regard, it's probably a little bit of a regret for me, right? Cop, thank you for the follow. But it is what it is. Is this node just LB6 theme? I don't know. I suspect so because it's got Melisande and the Green Knight, but like, otherwise I don't know. Which chat, Melisand's not one of the ones we're waiting on for a banner this year, right?
Uh.
15 minutes till live stream? Yes, 15 minutes until the excuse me, the pre-recorded premiere. Waiting for the melt banner? That would mean we'd have to get melt in a node. That'll be interesting to see if we start getting like extra classes in the 90+ stuff. So far, they've started to run extra classes in our farming nodes, but they're almost exclusive to the ++ nodes. Like at least when they've been doing it of late. So we'll see. Harbear Countdown, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Again, welcome to anyone who's new. If you guys are new to the channel, my name's Khadroth. I stream FGO basically every single weeknight. I will be gone over Christmas, but I will be back Tuesday for the final raid. So. We might not get all the missing raid ups this year. Yeah, I don't think JP's gonna hit every single person this year, but it's like I'll say this, if you don't get them with a banner this year, expect it to probably happen like early next year. It just seems like that's kind of what they're doing. We're not getting 16 banners in the next 10 days. I mean, never say never, but yeah, I would probably bet against it. Got a follow on Twitch, thank you, appreciate it. And yeah, feel free to watch on either side. New Year's should knock out like 4 to 6, probably. Like I said, I won't be surprised if you see something like RQ8 or something like that at New Year's. Like one of the like big missing ones that that people are so like waiting on. Who knows, chat? Maybe you'll even see Draco. Also, chat, here's my official guest for the New Year's servant, Abe no Seimei. I've decided to reread the visual novel. Holy cope! Yeah, there you go. Still too soon. Zach, thank you for the 27. How are you doing? Get out of my head. The cope is strong. It's not that I want it to be Abe no Seimei. I'm purely guessing it for the, like, unlikeliness, chat. It's always Abe, yeah. I don't have both Koyans. I have 1.1k Sankurts, and I want both since I have Van Gogh and Doman. Should I pity Koyan Dark or secure Light? I will say that Light is the probably like far more usable one, but if you want both and you only have 1.1, that's kind of rough. Like they both will have other banners. I would just tell you to probably prioritize Light, and at that point you'll get Dark eventually. But I don't know. That's always rough. Like, it's entirely possible you could get lucky and get both, but you could also just get screwed. And, like, you know, if you tried to split it, like, 500 on each, you might get neither. So, it just kind of is rough to advise on stuff like that. Next, Guda has a 1 million plus BB, so extra classes are kind of growing issue for nodes. Yeah, like I said, a lot of it's the plus nodes. I think they're using the plus nodes to try and incentivize having higher NP levels, try and incentivize people using their extra classes and stuff like that. Because I think they kind of realized that one of the stigmas with the extra classes was people just kind of going like, well, they're a luxury, you don't have to have them, so... Do you think New Year's will get the Destiny pool? My bet is no. I think Destiny pool will be a anniversary only thing, if it is even a repeating thing. How long have they been edging us along with Seimei now? I mean, I actually don't remember when our first reference to Seimei was, because I'm pretty sure he is referenced before 5.5, but I don't remember, like, what the first thing was that referenced him. Year 2 is Shimosa? Okay. I heard disagree, it's free money for them, so they'll definitely do a Destiny pool. You gotta consider this, though, and here's why I'm gonna hard disagree with you. Yes, it's more money, it's also a, like, guaranteed SSR that they're handing out. And it's one that you know you wanted, that you know you needed. So I think they'll be very restrictive and cautious with how often they give that out. Like, chat, it was apparently like pulling teeth to get the first ever, like, SSR selector. So something tells me that they will just be very restrictive with it. Halloween 1 with OG Tamamo's lines? Was it? I mean, I guess, yeah, because Seimei battled Tamamo. So that kind of makes sense if Tamamo has the lines. JP hasn't had the starter GSSR we had on NA yet. I can see them doing that for New Year's. That would be interesting if they had, like, basically 2 of them. I wonder what they would do for NA then at that point. You can still get your least wanted SSR in the Destiny pool. I mean, yeah, but you have no one to blame for that but yourself. Like, if you put on there something you didn't want, it is what it is. Like, I legitimately saw people malding about what they got in the Destiny summon, which is just like the stupidest thing I've ever seen. The servant might have said something early on in FGO as a passing comment. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of those, right? Like... They keep poking us about his existence. Yeah. My brother in Christ, you chose the servants? Exactly. T minus 6 minutes. We'll be good. I have it pulled up, chat. In 5 minutes now. Actually, before someone says like something crazy in YouTube chat there, let me hide that. Yeah. Zuko, thank you for the 43. How are you doing today? How goes your farm if you're farming on JP? How many seed drops can CAD get before the stream starts? Yeah, chat, will the number be 2 or 0? These are the questions we must each ask. Salil, thank you for the 14. Hope everybody is excited for Tunguska. Like, at bare minimum, I can tell you guys this story is going to be actually, like, really interesting. Like, you guys are finally going to get some explanations as to Koyenskaya. Koyen Chihuahua. 42? Understandable. Have a nice day. A wild fae? Is there a wild fae? There is a wild fae. A wild fae, fresh return from the wilds of the wilderness of his home. I'm in online therapy. The raid shouldn't be until later. That tomorrow, right? The raid shouldn't be like. Yeah, I don't know what time it'll be for everyone, but I think it's like the first one doesn't happen until like Saturday night, I believe. It's gonna be net AP until the final raid. I don't think that's terrible. Oh, chat! Who guessed 0? You were wrong. I don't remember if I needed 2 or 1 more. Yeah, that is max bonus now before the stream. You were here. You were here, chat. It's the elite. Thank you for the prime. Appreciate it. Enjoy your holiday festive emotes. Almost 9. I know. I'm paying attention to it. Still at 0 drops, but I'm less than 10 boxes. Hey, you're still good then. You're still good. Oh no, the raid has to deal with CAD max bonus. Boom. So, the fact that I'm already as far as I am is just nutty. Social media thing hit its goal. Let's go, Twitter bots! Let's go! You know somebody turned on the bot farm for that. Somebody absolutely did. Someone was like, man, that shit's quartz. I ain't missing that. 60 seconds, chat. Let me grab this. Mute that. Grab this. Chat, this hat has never been more appropriate. It has never been more appropriate, chat. Oh. Bo enabled this shit? Exactly. Alright, it's gonna begin here shortly. Let me also mute my alerts. And turn Aurelia see-through. As I continue to farm. How long a delay for technical difficulties you think this time? I don't think there'll be a delay. I think this is all pre-recorded. Like the fact that it's a premiere tells you it's pre-recorded, chat. So like, unless there's like an actual collection issue, I assume this will just be what this will be. There it is, the obnoxiously loud. Let me double check my sound. him at 80% chat, so I'm just gonna go ahead and warn y'all that they might blow our eardrums out. Let me, like, turn this shit down to something normal, but, like, that happens sometimes. Like, the volume is jank on their end. So, like, Albert will be recorded at a redonkulously low volume, and then, like, then they'll play, like the commercial or, like, someone's NP, and it just, like, blows your eardrums out. Yeah. So it's like, I got it on a scroll wheel here thanks to an app, but, like, just be prepared. It might happen. Forget about the last 15 minutes. Yeah. Also, actually, let me grab the link for those of you guys here in Twitch. You guys can open it up on your end should any sort of technical difficulties happen, or you can try to watch on YouTube, like on that side of things. Do you need Oberon and Light for Buster farming? In most, oh, but you do need it. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I think Light is the better pick over Dark. Gameplay wise, I think the answer is obviously Light. Character wise, I think that's just always in the eye of the beholder, and that's up to you. Any stream gets straight to the point at times, only when it's pre-recorded like this. Can't hear Cat over the obnoxious music. I mean, I can turn it down.
Hello everybody, 皆さんこんにちは。ローカライゼーションプロデューサーのアルバート・カオです。今日はカルディアブロードキャスティングステーションボリュー18非令状生存権ツンクスカサンクチュアリ配信直前スペシャルご覧いただきありがとうございます。
Why are you reading that in Japanese?
今日はいろいろ情報があるので、でもイベントを紹介する前にまずは今日素敵なゲストをお呼びしておりますので紹介したいと思います。どうぞ。
I guess because he has Japanese guests. Yeah.
エリザベート・バートリーとアストルフォを演じています大久保ルミです。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
はい、ハローマスターズ。ニトクリスとワルキューレのオルトリンデを演じています田中みなみです。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
お二人さんはようこそ CBS 北米版へようこそ。
ありがとうございます。
結構登場していると思うんですけど。
そうなんですよね。
結構読んでいただいて。
Both at Albert's place, right? No.
嬉しいです。
ありがとうございます。
This is being recorded from the JP studio.
そうですね。
そうだ、日本の8周年のフェスの方で久しぶりに画面越し
It wasn't through a screen.
肉体のアルバート様ちゃんと本人に
3次元のアルバートに会えてよかったです。
Three-dimensionally.
まあもしそのままやっていくともう僕は AI の画像じゃないかなと思ってしまう。
Chat, do y'all think Albert's AI?
嫌だなと思って、まあ今回はじゃあ皆様日本に直接に挨拶に来ました。
いやよかった
嬉しいです。楽しんでもらえたみたいで。
そうこっちのねイベントもすごい盛り上がってたんで。
はい。その時はいろいろ皆様もまあ配信があって番組があってちょっと忙しい部分があってちょっと話できなかったんですけど今日はこの機会でゆっくり喋りたいなと思います。
ぜひぜひ
今日よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
So it looks like this will be a
大久保さん、田中さん、ようこそ CBS 北米版へ。
quote unquote.
はい、今日はちょっと先ほども言ってた通りですけど、
Because he's got the VAs on here, so he's going to interview them.
思います。実は弊社調べなんですけど、田中さんも大久保さんも誰でも認める FGO オタクの一員として特に田中さんは DD オタクで、大久保さんはギル様オタクでいうこ
It's
とで、
because Andre is off for the
そ
holidays.
ちらはまた会っていますでしょうか？
弊社調べがもう完全に調べ上げられてますね。
そうですね。誰かもううちにね横流ししてる人がいるとしかねこの日本で
Exposed us?
可能性
思いませんよもう
ありますね。もうその通りでございます。
みなみちゃんは DD オタクですし、
DD ちゃんです。
はい、私はもうギル様を一生懸命ペロペロするのがお仕事だと思ってるんで、はい。
どんなお仕事？楽しんでます。
間違ってないです。
間違ってないです。
で僕はニューヨークもちょっ
Well,
と
you can tell
話
what
し
she
た、
likes.
大久保さんと一緒に話したことはあったんですけど、僕もギル様オタクなんですけど、最近はちょっとなんか浮気気味で、
アルバ
オベロンが
それはちょっとなんか
そっちの王様ですか？
オベロンが
もう仕方ないと言わざるを得ないよね。オベロンはねもう
みんな大好きでしょう。
そう私もでも若干村正に浮気してる時あるので
Everyone loves him. By the way, I love Murmasa more.
みなみちゃんはねだってずっと浮気してるもんね。
言わないでください。ふーちゃんも大好きですけどね。もうやっぱどんどん
Yeah, she does
やっぱ
love
オベロンも
Q.
そうですし、村正も
She is a huge Q
サー
fan.
バントが実装されるごとに好きってなっちゃうから。
我々ね推し編じゃないんですよね。
はい
推し増しなんです。
ではないんです。
はい
そ
どんどん増えていく。
増やしてるだけ
推しを増えているだけです。
そういうことです。問題ないです
そう
よね。
何の問題もないですね。
今日は本当にこういう FG オタクの会だけの話なんで、よろしくお願いします。
Oh, 100% Wyatt.
はい、今日もっとお話ししたいと思いますので、質問を用意いたしました。最初の質問はこちらです。ドン。
Oh no.
アーツパ派、クイック
Has
派、
anyone
バスター
said
パ
quick?
派理由も合わせて
I want to know if anyone on their end has
推
said
しがど
quick.
こに入っているかっていう質問です。
確かに推しをね、やっぱり一緒に連れて行って組み込んでいきたいですもんね、クエストも。
そうだね、できれば絆も上げたいしね。
私は完全にアーツパ派ですね。
ああ。
You're the Q
クレナさん
fan!
のキャスターアルトリアをお借りしてダブルキャスターアルトリアでアーツの全体宝具とか単体
I can't argue with this.
で周回したり、やっぱり私が聖杯あげてる子が意外とアーツ宝具が多くって、伊蔵さんとかはじめちゃんとか、
確かにそうだ。
単体の2人はもう本当に星さんなのにやっぱ聖杯も捧げてるからめちゃくちゃ火力出るんですよ。もうキャスターアルトリアの2人のバフだけでもめちゃくちゃすごく高いですし、あとはやっぱり村正もそうですし。
そうだね、村正は宝具使えば使うほど強くなるから。
本当キャスターアルトリアとの相性も抜群で、水着ジャンヌ結構水着サーバントと一緒に連れてこられるかもしれない。
水着ジャン
モドレットとか。
確かにね。
はい、もうめちゃくちゃアーツパーティーで私は基本的には周回してますかね。
私はサポートサーバントが誰が今旬
Powerful
で
and
きてるか
hot.
とか、いわゆる私結構周回をメインに考えちゃうのでどうしても。だからやっぱりずっとなんかこうしばらくクイックだったんですよ。もうずっとスカディを連れて、そうだ、ずっと周回してたんですけど、ある日コヤンスカヤというね。
Okay, that's what I figured. That's what I figured.
そしたらもうモルガンが強いのなんのって。私結構もともとゲームそんなに実はやる方じゃなかったので、この FGO を一から始め
Quick
て
because my gacha said so. Nice.
自分の中でもいろいろ考えながらやってたんですけど、初期はバリバリのとりあえずバスターで殴ればいいんでしょっていう、
バスターかバスターで殴れるんだよ。
とりあえず殴れば勝つっていうタイプだったのでなんかやっぱここに来てバスター戻ってきちゃったなっていう。
確かに巡り巡って。
She also said that she's a huge Gil fan, so I'm not surprised that it's Buster.
やっぱスキルで持ってるサーバントは本当に強いし周回にも役立つしバフも上がるしいいなと思いますね。
そうなのよ。まあどっちかというとコヤ 段は周回短期決戦向けかなって、その長期戦には向かないかなとは思ってるんですけど、
そうですね
組み合わせ次第かなとは思いつつ、
結構イベントのね、
うん
素材集めとか
そう
そういったところには
Also,
すごい
this is 100% staged because they're actually
私は今
discussing
バスターです
Koyunska.
ね。
おー
It's for this stream.
分かれたね。
みんな何使ってるんでしょうね。
いやーでもね、こっから先実装されるサーバントとかのにもよってもね、
確かに
またクイックにね戻ってくる人も
戻ってきたりとか
Oh,
い
dude,
るかもしれ
they
ないで
know.
すから
They
ね。
know Quick isn't in a good
ちな
spot.
みにアルバートは
ね
何派
何
ですか？
派ですか？
気分次第。
Albert doesn't make teams like that.
例えばもともとはギル様大好きで。
Albert doesn't conform to
あと
metas.
長い間、バ
He
ス
doesn't
ター
know
用
what
の
they
サ
are.
ポートがなくて、アンデルセンと、ナイチンゲールをずっと使ってそこを周回して、コヤンスカヤが来たらまさかギル様が3ターン周回できるとはなんと
そうなんです
ショ
よ
ックと思う時が来て、でもアルトリアキャスターはやっぱり、
Oh, he's
アー
being
ツは強く
evasive.
てディフェンスの部分も強くて、
そうですね。
対粛清防御が
は
強すぎるっていう部分もあって、もし高難易度の時は、アルトリアの
Uh-huh.
方で、でも時々には岩窟王もすごく好き
Oh,
で。
you see, now you're gonna say all
で
three.
時々に見ちゃうと岩窟王使いたいなっていう部分がなったらクイックになっちゃう。
い。スカディとか相性いいですもんね。
ドーマンとかもね、結構即死が刺さるんで周回がね
あーそっか
はかどったりもしますし。
I hope one of them accidentally lets slip about
いい
Summer
ですね。
Scotty.
パーティーというかそのクエストごとに変えていくのもまたね、
そうだね
マスターっぽいし楽しいですよね。
愛です愛です。環境は正直、僕にとってはどうでもいい。愛だけがあれば周回できる。
わかります。
できる、できちゃう。
聖杯を捧げればええんや。
ええんや、あげちゃえばええんや。
強化すれば
はい、捧げればえ
うん。
いい。
え。はい、次の質問をしたいと思います。はい、こちらです。ドン。はい、こちら大久保さんと
Oh,
田
no.
中さんにも質問したいんですけど、まずは大久保さんに、エリちゃんはたくさん実装されていて、どのエリちゃんの服装はお気に入りですか？
It's basically like asking who's your favorite Elizabeth.
そう、いっぱいいろんなね、お召し替えしてるから。
お召し替えして可愛い。
迷うとこですけど、エリザベート、ランサーのいわゆる通常のエリザベートの最終再臨はめちゃめちゃ可愛くて、
可愛い。
なんかリスと豚さんが
はい。
こう抱っこしてるみたいな、頭乗っててみたいな。
これスコ豚なんですよ
あれがねそうなんですよ。なんか FGO だと子犬小鹿なんですけど、もともとのエクストラ CCC が子豚子リスだったので、だからそこをちゃんと忘れずに、初心忘れるべからずエリちゃんなので、あれは。
80 years from now? What?
和田アルコ先生の
そうなんだよ
もう神なる最終再臨
そう
映画。
なんですよ。だから私最終再臨へのフィギュアが欲しいんです。めちゃめちゃ
ちょっと座ってるやつ。
そう、欲しくてたまらないんです。誰か作ってくれ。偉い人
Someone make it.
って
Someone who has
ちょっ
power.
とこうスタンダードはありますけれども、持っている人はね、ぜひ最終再臨までさせて、いかに可愛いかをね、こう見てほしいですね。
私個人的にハロエリちゃんの衣装も好きですよ。
可愛いよね。
めちゃくちゃ可愛い。似合うんだこのカラーリングもと思って。そこからエリちゃんのねハロウィン伝説が
そうですね。
始まりました。
あそこからね。
あそこから始まりましたから。
ちなみにハロエリちゃんはフィギュアあるんですけど、
はい
めちゃめちゃクオリティ高いので。
はい、もうフリルというか
そう
スカートの部分がすごい細かくて。
そうなんだよね。すごく
可愛いです
もう可愛いです。
じゃあ次は田中さんに質問なんですけど、
Which Nido Chris is your
ニトク
favorite?
リスとオルトリンテに着てほしいゲストの
Yeah,
衣装は
what
ありますか？
costume?
そうですね。でもなんかいろいろやっぱりニトクリスはフェスごとにいろいろ
そうだよね
書き下ろししていただいたりとかもあって、ニトクリスも意外とこう、結構お着替えしてるんですけど、個人的にニトクリス
I wouldn't say
が、まあ
that,
少しの間でしたけど、こうザ・ファラオみたいな格式高いその当
That'd be
時
pretty
の
cool.
お洋服を着てる姿を一度
That,
でもいい
that'd
から
be
ちょっと
pretty cool.
見てみたいなみたいな ちょっとそういう気持ちはやっぱ溢れますね。彼女なりのこうファラオのなんか姿みたいなところ、ちょっと絢爛豪華な感じとか、すごいもうキラキラキラみたいな感じのやつ。
Something where she dazzles? Yeah? Yeah?
妄想だけなんですけど、
Wonder
本
what
当に
she's
梅さんお
referring
願いします。
お願いします
ね、もういくらでも書いてください。
Oh my god.
そしてオルドリンデちゃんはやっぱ白がやっぱすごく似合うなって思うので、なんか戦闘のねお洋服ももちろんいいんですけど、ちょっと
She
ドレ
knows
ス
the
っぽい
forbidden knowledge,
ウェディン
right?
グドレスじゃないですけど、なんかちょっとそういう高貴なレースドレスみたいなやつをちょっと着てみて頬をあからめてほしいなと。
可愛い、絶対可愛い。
絶対可愛い。
絶対可愛い。
もうそこはね、もうオルトリンデだけじゃなくてもワルキューレ3人とも。
いいね、ワルキューレ3人でちょっとなんかお揃いの制服感のあるとか、そういうのもいいなって考えちゃう。
いいですね。学校の制服とかも。
可愛い、絶対可愛い。
いいかも。
冷蔵でいい。
冷蔵。
もっと書いてくれ。
まだまだ。
今以上に書いてくれ。
まだまだアイディアいっぱい出てきますね。
そうね。
冷蔵っていうねドリームがありますから、ちょっとこのね2つぜひお願いしたいなって感じです。
新規サーバントじゃなくてもレイとしてはお願いします。
レイというねパターンもありました。お願いします。
I too forgot that was an option.
じゃあ次は
like you
こ
don't
ち
do
ら
them.
の質問です。どうも。
At least not often
実はこ
enough.
の番組の放送タイミングではアメリカではホリデーシーズンなんですけど、皆様は大久保さんは来てた時は冬だったんですけど、またホリデーシーズンは入ってなくて、あといつもAX は夏のくらいなんですけど、実は僕はこんなに日本語ペラペラ喋るんですけど、日本に住んだことがなくて、正直日本での
I like how they
なん
act
ていうか
surprised, but you know they're
お正
like,
月とかクリス
they
マ
can
スとか
tell.
はいはいはい。
そういうホリデーはどういう過ごし方なのかちょっと分からなくて、
ああ、そうなの、意外ですね。
ね、確かに。
皆様はどういう感じでお過ご
At
し
least
で
your
しょう
first
か。
4-star,
結
nice.
構でも地域によって違いもあるんですけど、だいたいなんかイメージとしては年末になるのか、年末年始や三が日とかかな。1月の1、2、3はだいたい家族とおせちっていう日本特有のお弁当みたいなものを、
縁起物がたくさん詰まっ
そうそうそうそう
た。
Dude, I wish I had a place in my area that made bento boxes.
そうお餅食べるよね。
お雑煮とかお汁粉とか、なんかその特有のね
そうそう
ご飯食べた。あと神社にお参りとか行きますね。初詣って言うんですけど、初日の出を見たりとかして、そのままの流れで、私はやったことないんですけど、神社にお参りしたりとか。
ね、
Yeah, it's almost like there's a CE of
なんか
that.
すごいなって思うの
Where
が、
it's Saber in a kimono doing
もしかし
that.
てアメリカの皆さんは知らない方はびっくりされるかもなんですけど、その直前にあるクリスマスはアメリカとかと同じで、結構そのクリスマスツリーを飾って
確かに。
っていう、そのいわゆるそのキリストの感じを出すのにすぐ日本式の
What's that, chat?
映るから、
Christmas doesn't matter to
あん
them?
まりこう宗教的なねところでね、そんなになんかこうコロコロ聞くのびっくりされる方もいらっしゃるのかなっていう。
そうですね。キラキラの本当イルミネーションのツリーを出したと思ったら、もう1週間後にはなんか門松出してるみたいな。
そうですぐバレンタインでしょ。だからさ、日本って結構その楽しいことがお祭りが好きなので、なんか
確かに
ちょっとやっぱりね、割と1ヶ月に1回ぐらいは何かしらお祭りしてますね。
推しのサーバントと一緒に過ごしてあればどういう感じするんですか。
空風鈴とかちょっといろいろちょっと考えちゃうな。どうしよう。除夜の鐘とか聞きに行きたいかもしれないです。なんかその煩悩を消すためのなんか除夜の鐘っていうのをこう日本で鳴らすんですけど。
You know, I just looked to see if she was married, and she doesn't wear a ring at least.
現地で。
Because like I was
テレ
sitting
ビの
there
中継と
thinking
かでは毎
like,
回流れるんですけど、そうだからそういうのでこう実際に
how would that
空風鈴
feel
と一緒
if
に
you
見
were
に行く
like the
これが
significant
ジャパ
other
ニ
and
ー
you
ズ
hear
で
her
す
being like, oh, for my holidays, I want to spend them
でも
with
空
two.
風鈴絶対屋台でなんかたこ焼きと
I'd be
か
like, damn.
作ってそう。屋台にいて あれ南じゃんって言われて
抜け出して
一緒に
お参りしておみくじ引いたりとかしてね
好きになっちゃう。
もう好きですからね。
好きそうね。
もうず
好き
っとだ
な人にされたらもうね。
もう結婚ですよそれはもう。
Practically
私はギ
married.
ル様のひたすら三が日お休みになられるギル様に
はい。
ワインを継ぐっていうのをもうずっ
いいです
としてる。
ね。いやでもギル様とかこたつなんか好き
そう
そう。
なんだ。意外とね、
なんだろう
こたつでなんかこうおもちゃとか意外とこういじってなんだこれとか言ってるかもしれない
I was
か
gonna say, I
ら。
can't
確か
see him
に子
doing
供好
that.
きだから一緒になん
That
か
would
ボードゲ
require
ーム
Gil
と
to
か
be doing
なんかしたりと
something
か
on
して
his
その
own.
ために私がワインを継ぎます。継がせてくだ
幸せそうだ。
さい。
幸せ
幸せです。
な三が日過ごせそうですね。サーバントと一緒だったら。
アルバートさんはどうしたいですか？
僕ですか、
今だったらどのサーバントと
Oh
何を
yeah,
したいですか？
yeah. I wouldn't expect them
オベロンかギル様かな。難しい。全然違う過ごし方だと思うんですけど、ギル様だとワインを楽しみながらゲームをやる。
あーいいですね。
現代の人類のだらしさを楽しみながら優越を楽しむみ
もう
たいな。
本当にもうここが優越部です。
to. And I've realized the
で
NA
オベロ
staff
ンだ
needs a
と
Saberface
なん
fan.
かどっか
Because it's
遠い
certainly
で
not
人
him.
間観察で人間を見ながらっていう感じでずっとやる感じ
He
じ
just go-
ゃないかなと。
確かに輪の中にはあんまりねオベロン入ってこないでね
う。わーそっかー。輪の中に入ると遠目で見て人間観察して日
それを
本の
こう一緒にね
感
っていう。
そう
じかいいなー。
あとはアメリカだ
Jesus
と、
Saberface guy? No, I don't
お
think so.
祭りっていうか実はアメリカのホリデーも、クリスマス、ちょっと前の、サンクスギビングもあるんですけど、連休だと、クリスマスから、お正月以降ぐらいはホリデーシーズンになっていて、お正月は家族と過ごさないんですよ。
逆に
That is not
逆に
necessarily
クリス
true.
マスの方は家族と一緒に過ごして
There are still tons of
ご飯
people that
食べて
spend New Year's with their
プレゼントをあげ
family.
て
There are
み
also
たいな
tons of
感じ
people
し
who
て
go get
お正
drunk,
月
but
は、友達とか恋人とか一緒に過ごす感じになっているんですよ。
へえ。
あとはセールスが
can't join the
や
NA
ばく
staff
て
and become the change you want.
み
I
んな
don't want to
買
live
い
in
物するんで
California,
すか
man.
ら
That sounds miserable.
だからある程度ギル様と一緒にいたいなっていう感じはする。
なるほどね。多分ねもういくらでも湯水のようにね。
財がね
財が富が
あー富がありますから
そう富が
彼は楽しそう買い物ギ
I
ル
do
様と
both. Yeah, I was
買い
gonna
物とか
say
やばい
it's like
ここか
I
らここ
wouldn't
ま
say
で
that people don't spend time with their families on New Year's.
いいなー
いいわ
できますね夢のようなことが
そう多分自分がいやちょっと金が足りないからこれしか買えないって言ったらギル様がいやそんな小さいこと言うな俺の付き人だったらこれぐらい買えよとか全部のストア買っちゃうみたいな。
言ってくれる。絶対言ってくれる。
やってほしい
いいですね。最高ですね。
ということではいありがとうございます。
In Florida, what's the difference?
はいこれからは
Well, Florida,
もっともっ
for
と
starters.
オタクの話はしたいんですけど、
はい
これからはちょっとゲーム最新情報のコーナーに移りたいと思います。よろしくお願いします。はいそれでは非令状生存権ツングスカサンクシュアリの最新情報をお届けしたいと思います。まずはイベントの参加条件な
I
んで
just
す
hope
け
they
ど
play the commercial.
こちらです。
はい。
はい、参加条件は第2部第6章をクリア
That's complete
という
LB6
条件
chat.
になっております。
はい
最新ですね。
そうですね
はい、こちらのシナリオはすごくメインシナリオに関
That's
しては
not 6.2.
重要
That's
な
all of
ことが入っている
LB6.
ので皆さんはぜひ第6章をクリアしてそのなんでここまで来たのかを理解してからイベントに参加したいと思います。そして気になるイベントのあ
Was he
らす
talking
じなんです
Japanese?
が
I
こ
think it's
ちら
because it would
に
be
なりま
considered
す。
rude since he has Japanese
ま
guests.
ずは大久保さん、お願いしてもよろしいでしょうか。
はい、読ませていただきます。第6異分隊の騒乱から脱出したコヤンスカヤは激しくも静かに力を蓄えていた。シオンからの緊急連絡によって事態を感知したカルデアはすぐさまコヤンスカヤを脅威と認定。討伐ミッションが開始される。 決戦の地はロシアツングースカ川上流域。白紙化された地球上で唯一多様な生命あふれる聖域として成立した深き樹海の果てで、マスターは憎悪を断ち切るための戦いに挑む。
Great chat. We're going back to where it all began. Russia.
ありがとうございます。
わー、ワクワクする。
わあ、
楽しみです
どう
ね。
ですか
どうでしょうか。
ついにやっぱりこう2部はもうコヤンスカヤで始まってると言っても過言ではないというか、
そうだね、
もう彼女がやっぱりいろいろねしっちゃかめっちゃかにしたじゃないですか。
そうなんですよ。
そんな彼女との直接対決をついに、今までねちょっとなんかちょっとこっち側に来たりとか、
そうなんだよね。
向こうに行ったりとか、
可愛い衣装を毎回ね、いろんなショーで見せてくれたりとか。
Yeah, where are those
そう
outfits?
なんかそういうのがありつつ、なんなのこの子はっていう味方なの敵なのって感じだったんですけれども、ついにここで何かが起こる。
そうね、コヤンスカヤっていう一人の、まあそのサーバ
They
ン
might
ト
as
と
well
して
give
も
Kadachin
人
Day
物として
contract.
も
Let's go.
どういう人なのかがここでわかると思うので。
謎ですもんね。結局まだ
本当にね。
この彼女の目的っていうものをね、このツングースカサンクチュアリで皆さんがちょっと解き明かしてほしいなと思います。
ぜひ。
あとは今までコヤンスカヤの正体は一体どういう人物なのかって多分いろいろファンの間では予測してたんですけど、ここでようやくコヤンスカヤ先ほど言ってた通りにコヤンスカヤどういう人物なのか
I don't
ちょ
think
っ
there's
と
been
分か
that
る
much
ようになる
speculation
の
by
で
the NA
皆様
crowd.
はぜひ読んでいただきたいと思います。シナリオに関してなんですけど今日は少しだけアベンチャー部分の映像も用意しているので皆さんと一緒に見たいと思います。こちらです。どうぞ。
Saved by ads. I'm sorry if the ad ran. I assume the mods couldn't skip it any longer. But this is the best time for one if people don't want spoilers. Dimensional piercing mode? There's a lot of analogies that I could say for that. I like how Ibuki's just there and we don't question it. Why is Ibuki there? Oh, you'll see. You'll see. Why is that so loud? Wyverns incoming! Magu, thank you for the sub, and Dude, thank you for the follow. music for this is great.
あー早速息吹が出てきましたね。
そうですね。なんか大きくなったりちっちゃくなったり
便利になってる。はい。
怖いところは、カルディアはどう努力しても全滅。
ああそうですね。シオンがね。不吉なことを。
笑顔ですごい不吉なこと言うから、もうこっちもみたいな動揺しますよね。本当にどうなるんでしょうか。
はい。
あとはあれですね、異分隊
Yeah,
今
what's
まで
gonna
の異
happen,
分隊に出てきた
You guys think we get annihilated
これ
here?
は生息しているって
そう
いう。
なんですよ。
これはね
まあ、あらすじにも多様な生命あふれる聖域ってねなってましたから、ちょっとこれまでのコヤンスカヤ自身の旅も、まあ、ここに反映されているのではないかと。
いやもう謎だらけですね。
本当にね、
そして強いです。
大変だった。
大変でした。本当に大変です。
大変だっ
だから全滅で言われた。
Yeah, it's just wallet total
そうで
annihilation.
すね。
これからどう戦うのか本当にまあ気になりますし、あとはまあ多分いろいろ気になる部分もあって、
The road to LB7 is here, yeah.
多分意外な発見もあるかもしれないので、皆さんはぜひぜひストーリーを読んでシナリオを楽しんでイベントに参加したいと思います。
はい。
そしてイベントの内容なんですけど、この方にご説明お願いしたいと思います。こちらの映像を見てください。
We're getting another video. Mr. 2?
Hello everyone. Are you enjoying the CBS Tunguska Sanctuary special so far? I'm Kano Yoshiki, the second section director of FGO.
Okay.
I was thrilled to meet lots of USA masters at Anime NYC 2023 recently. I'm always looking for opportunities to meet players face to face. So for masters who couldn't make it to the convention, I hope I'll get a chance to see you in person in the future. Now, I'd like to explain a little about how the upcoming event will work.
Yeah.
As you just saw, the event is set in a terrifying special region where many different enemies are waiting for you. In this event, all masters will need to band together to face 4 raid battles. I hope you take part in these unique raid battles. This time, we are announcing the schedule for each raid in advance. Here it is. The main quest of the event will also be unlocked on a daily schedule, so you want to prepare for the raid battles as you progress through the story each day. That's all for my announcement of the raid battles. I hope all masters can band together to defeat the threat posed by Koyanskaya. Now, back to Albert at the studio.
Is it 11 Eastern? That's really bad.
ありがとうございま
ありが
す。
とうございました。
That's really bad.
レイドですね。
私たちもこれは経験をねすでにしているんですけど、本当にびっくりするぐらい早く終わっちゃう時があって、
あーそうですね。
そうやっぱみんなで倒しに来るんで、ちょっと乗り遅れるとあれっていう時もね
ゲージがっていう。
そうなのよ。
ってね。
期間がはっきりと今回明言されているので、これはぜひね皆さん時間を合わせられる方は合わせてきてほしいですね。
きっと
はい
ね、素材も教えると思います。
ほんま。
はい。今までのレイドはまあ難しいところは難しいなんですけど、報酬もすごく良かったので、
そうですね。
はい。今回もぜひぜひ腕試しっていう部分もあると思うんですけど、
Enjoying my
皆さん
PSP
自分
privilege.
の
I'm gonna give them shit for that.
構成で自分好きなチームでこ
I'm
ちらのレ
sorry.
イドに
They have the
挑
ability
み
to
たいな
change the
と
timing
思
on
いま
that.
す。
はい、
That's
ぜひぜ
bad.
ひ頑張ってください。
そちらのイベントと今回レイドに関しては、 有益な情報もいろいろあるので、まずはこちらを見てください。はい、新規概念レースのイラストを公開して、あと内容もちょっと見ていきたいなと思います。1枚目はこちらです。はい、一応来福。
いいです
いい
ね。
ですね。軍師2
画像は
人が。
すごく、イラストはすごく綺麗で、
The art on that's
あと
great.
は一番ちょっと注目したいのは最大解放する時には今回ツンクスカサンチュアリでメインクエストだけじゃなくてレイドクエストにおける自分の攻撃の威力もアップし、控えを含む味方全体の絆ポイントもアップするのですごく強力なレースになっております。
そうなんです
こ
よね。
れは美味しいですね。めちゃくちゃ。
この性能をもってして星4ですからね。
ああ、そうか。
は
これはもうぜひとっつりたいですね。
そうですね。もうとつってガンガンレイドに行ってほしいですね。
そして続いてはこちらです。
は
はい、冬の聖女。はい、こちらはイベントピックアップ召喚に先行しての登場になります。
I still don't have
あと
MLB
は
of
ちょっ
that
と
on
注目
2P.
したいのは、スキルももちろん強くてフォーク威力はアップだけじゃなくて毎ターンも MP ゲージを獲得できる状態になっているので、周回にも強くて、あとは最大解放すると、アタックはなんと2000ポイントもアップしてくれるの
How would I rate
で
this?
すごく強
It's
力
not
な
bad.
概念レースになっていて、
I
イラ
remember, I
スト
think
も
it's
もちろん
split stat.
綺麗ですし、性能だけじゃなくてイラストも綺麗というところは自分のキャラにもぜひぜひ入れてください。概念レースも紹介したとこ
I
ろ、
can't say I've ever
続いて
used
は
it though.
こちらです。新キーサーバントの紹介になります。
待ってました。
Did you say 2000 check? Okay.
はい、まずは映像を用意しているので2期連続をちょっと画像を流すのでこち
I
ら
think
で
the
す。
only
どうぞ
issue with it is just like charge per turn.
真なる役所真なる誓い
Dobrynia.
目覚めよ三刀流爪い五類にしてからのとどめ
So we haven't gone over to Brynja yet, chat. But
84封印
we will.
前期起動やれやれっと空よ開け落ちろダッシング
Dropping that bass.
光に
出ましたね。
来ました来ました。は
はい
ーい。
まずは星4ライダードビルニアニキチッチになります。
ニキチッチ。
だよニキチッチ。
いやもうこの
ドブルニャン
ね見た目の可愛らしさと、なんとかだぞっていう
そう
このニキチッチはいいぞっていう。
いやちょっとなんか勇ましさの中に実はちょっと母性なんかもねあったりする。本当に
彼女は結構
Tunguska
本当に
win
キ
after
ーとなる
maintenance
と言います
tonight.
か。はい。どんな活躍を見せてくれるのか
はい
楽しみにしててほしいです本当に。
はい、楽しみにしております。次は星5ライダーの対抗棒です。
来ちゃったよ。
来ちゃったよ。私が大好きな太鼓棒が来ちゃったよ。
ルイさんだってもう普通に歴史上的と言いますか物語的にもお好きですもんね。
その方針演技っていう物語に登場する太鼓棒は大好きで、ちょっとね釣りのね兵士であり軍師でもあるっていう。だからこの前に紹介された一応来福の霊装の2人と同じその軍師として、だからちゃんと霊装もつながってるんだなっていう。
なるほど。
そうなんですよ。
太鼓棒さんにつけたいですね。
もう絶対つけたいですねこれは。
まさか今大久保さんが太鼓棒大好きって言ってたんですけど、自分も方針演技は子供時代からずっと大好きな本の一つで、その中で太鼓棒が本当に大好きなんですよ。で今回このサーバントを登場するのは知っててすごく嬉しくて、あとはどれぐらい言えるのかわかんないんですけど、方
He's nerding out right
針
now.
演技のどこまでがここに FGO に
そうですね。
反映されるの
You gonna
か、
spoil us right now?
そこはちょっと気になる部分もありまして、あとはなんでここでっていうこともあるので、
そうですね。
ぜひぜひ皆さんこのズングスカ・サンクチュアリのストーリーを読んで楽しんでいただけたらなと思います。
はい。
非常に気になるサーバントたちなんですが、もちろん新規イベントなんでこちらの CM 映像も用意しております。皆さん一緒に見てください。こちらです、どうぞ。
人間のいない生命あふれる楽園と兵器が闊歩し残忍が満ちる地獄。この世界は決定的に閉じている。フェイトグランドオーダー非霊長生存権ツングースカ・サンクチュアリ。なぜ君はここにある？
I love Nine Drive, man.
この CM 大好き。
That is such a good theme.
ちょっと美しすぎたね。
最高ですね。いい CM 映像だ。
いつも情報量がそんなに見せてないんですけど、情報量が多くて、あとそのセリフがいつもなんか皆さんよく言っているんですけど、ここはセリフをなんでこのセリフなのか、一回イベントを参加してストーリーを読んだ後に戻ってきたらなるほどっていう感じにはなるので。でもその前にはもう何回も何十回もループして 0.5 スピードで見て
He's like telling you to like
いきたいと思います。
basically pick through it, look for
これやっぱり
spoilers.
ストーリーをクリアした後にもう一度見ると全然変わってきたりもするんでね。
すごいですよね。もう答え合わせじゃんみたいな、毎回すごいダイジェスト映像を見せられてるっていう感じなので、もうクリアしたら CM を見るっていうのはね、絶対これは必須だと思います。
ぜひぜひ。
気になる本イベントのリリース時期なんですけど、実は
I wonder when it's coming, chat.
この配信の終わった後に
Oh my god, right
すぐで
now?
す。
Except it's not actually right now.
すぐだ。
すぐ。
やったねみんな。
いやー楽しみ。
It's after maintenance.
もう一回記憶を消してやりたいよね。
いや本当に、もうそれぐらい最高なんで、ぜひ楽しんでください。
皆さんもしよろしければぜひぜひアメリカ版も英語版も遊んでいただければと思います。はい、こちらは以上は最新情報になります。楽しい時間はあっという間なんですけど、もうそろそろ終わりの時間です。
早い。
Why are you stretching like you were asleep?
早いな。
ですね。
本当に
寂しい。
楽しい時間はいつもあっという間で終わっちゃうことなんですけど、ここにはもう一つ
No, he doesn't think they play
嬉
it.
しい
He
お知
wants
ら
to
せ
get
が
them to
あり
play
ま
it.
す。ツングスカーサンクチュアリの SNS キャンペーンはもう達成しました。
You know this was recorded ahead of time, so they didn't know that.
そして今
They
回
didn't know that.
配信直前スペシャルの記念として10個
They
の戦
assume.
勝席をプレゼントいたします。プラスキャンペーン達成の6個でト
Chat,
ータ
that
ル
means if we
16個
failed,
をマスター
no,
の
we
皆
did
さんに
actually pass.
プレゼントした
But
い
that
と思いま
means
す。
if we would have failed, we could have made Albert a liar.
すごい。
ありがとうありがとう。
石は何個あってもいいですからね。
いいですからね。本当にありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
でもこれは本当に最後のインフォメーションなんでお別れの時間です。
Oh, shit.
本当に楽しい時間なんですけど、最後におこぼさんと田中さんにちょっと本日の感想と、英語版の FGO ユーザーにちょっとお言葉をいただけないでしょうか。まずは大久保さんから。
はい、改めましてエリザベートとアストロコ役の大久保ルミです。英語版のマスターの皆さん、今日は私何度かアメリカには行かせていただいてるんですけど、本当に毎回すっごく楽しくて、こう現地での観光もそうですし、こうアメリカのマスターの皆さんと一緒にこう交流したりするのも本当に楽しいので、またいつか行けたらいいなって思いつつ、ついに英語版もツングースカまで来たかと
Yeah, because
本
it
当
doesn't
に
seem
その
like it
ま
was that
あ
long ago,
新し
does
く
it?
登場したニキチッチと太公望も含めてですね、コヤンスカヤのこれからと言いますか、この物語をしっかりと見て、その先の7章へ向かっていってもらえればとも思いますので、ひとまずツングースカレ
Get
イド
ready
戦
for
楽しん
chapter
でくださ
7 in
い。
a
今日は
year.
本当にありがとうございました。またお会いしましょう。
ありがとうございます。続いては田中さんお願いします。
はい、改めましてニトクリスとワルキューレのオルトリンデを演じております田中みな実です。いや、ついにツングースカサンクチュアリ、いや、なんかこの間なんかアバロンルフェもうすぐですねってこの英語版の言ってましたよね。もういや大変だよとか言ったら、それはね、もうこれを見てくださってる皆さんはもうきっと乗り越えたんだと、はい、私信じておりますので、もうね、このアバロンルフェを乗り越えたら次はコヤンスカヤとの直接対決ということで、このツングースカの謎とこう今までこうね、コヤンスカヤとのこの思い出とともに、もうとにかくやっぱどんどん敵も強くなっていくので、まあね、
Is
その
year 8 worse
サーバン
than
トの
year
育成
7?
は欠かさずに進めつつ、物語を大いに楽しんでほしいなと思います。はい、私はFGO のイベントでまだアメリカに行ったことがないので、ぜひちょっと私の FGO 愛をですね、直接、はい、アメリカの皆さんと共有できたら嬉しいなと思います。なのでその日をちょっと夢に待ちつつ、はい、一緒にこれからも FGO を愛して応援していきましょう。今日は本当にありがとうございました。ツングースカ楽しんでください。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。いや、本当にいずれね、アメリカでFGO オタクの会をちょっと開催して、
いいですね。
ユーザーさんの皆さんと一緒に FGO の愛を語りましょうよ。
いや
語りましょう。
同時召喚会とかやりたいですね。
あー、
絶
それは
対楽し
楽しい。
い。
楽しそう。
それは本当に楽しい。本当に今日ありがとうございまし
for
た。
my
いずれね、
Dream
アメリカ
Thunder?
でお会いしましょう。
はい。
You
そ
need
こ
to
まで
find
は
it in the
いいホ
Discord, right?
リ
I
デー
think
をお過ごしください。
Kaito Fuma
あ
has
りが
it
とうございまし
on
た。
his
ありがとうございました。
次の CBS まで、もしくはアメリカまで、
はい。
また会いましょう。バイバーイ。
バイバイ、またねー。
That it? I'm not sure. Okay, I was gonna say I feel like that's it, but it's like not actually wrapping up. Yeah, so again, like we found out everything that we needed to know there. I think the only surprise is the raid times, and
So
like I'm sorry, chat. That's freaking terrible. The raids came out like 6 p.m. JST time. They have changed it now to basically let's see, what would that be? 8 p.m. West Coast time, aka 11 p.m. East Coast time. Like, I know that the NA server is run by JP and the localization staff is on the West Coast. I'm not gonna begrudge them for, like, you know, favoring West Coast times so much as, like, they could have easily made it much more doable for both. And, like, yeah, you can see, how late do they last? Late night. If it's late night for West Coast, it's too fucking late for East Coast. Like, I'm sorry, that's bad planning on their part. They easily could have shifted that. I'm not telling them to, like, actually change the event or anything like that. I think it'd be perfectly fine. It's just changing the parameters of the timing of when certain things are available. So I'm kind of let down by them on that. That's pretty awful timing. That is the worst time you could do. The devs are dumbasses. Yeah, I mean, well, it's not the worst. They could have just started it, like, actually in the middle of the night for NA, but that would just be actually, like, sandbagging. So it is what it is. Could also just add more raids so they run until the next afternoon. No, they never do it. The raids, as you can see, are pretty much supposed to wrap up very quickly. Interestingly enough, it looks like, yeah, so the final raid actually starts Monday night, will last all through Tuesday into early morning Wednesday. So, like, chat, I will be back Tuesday for this, like, but I'm going to be traveling home Monday night. I may not be there for the launch of the raid itself. I will have off Tuesday from work, but Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, I am going to be gone down at my sister's. This will be my Christmas here, so I will not be live for you guys. I believe Faye will be around and streaming. I don't know if Trubs and Creamy will be, but certainly there should be, you know, somebody on from Team Explosion doing the stuff with you guys. Whether or not it's like at the same time you're used to or something like that, I don't know. I'm not going to hold one of them to it. But the whole point being that, again, you guys should have at least somebody to watch. Like I said, though, I think this is the only surprise is the timing. Everything else is as expected. We knew it was coming after maintenance. We basically know how long the event's going to last. You will get like a couple dead days. I believe the 27th and the 28th are like your last bits of story until the 31st, which is like the 31st should be where the epilogue actually starts. So like you guys will pretty much have like a good like 3 to 4 days in between that point and like the actual wrap up of the story. So is there a CQ? No, because this like chat, this is not a normal event. Okay, so like when they say event, it's think of it just like almost like Solomon Temple of Time. Like there's no shop, there's no like you know, various accoutrements like a point ladder or like missions or anything like that. It's literally just story and raids. That's it. That's all there is. There is an event C, but only from the gacha. You don't have to have the CE, but the CE will give you like party-wide bond bonus in the event. So it's up to you to determine if you want to roll for it. My advice is if your only goal is like increased bonding, probably not worth the amount of quartz you would spend to actually get them. There's a grail though, right? Yes, there is a grail. It's on reset? Yeah, it's on reset. How many hours from now? We go down for maintenance at 11 p.m., which is in about an hour, and it should be down for like roughly 4 to 5 hours. I think someone said the servers come back up around like 4 a.m. Eastern. So it should be a 5-hour maintenance. Yeah. Whoop. Do we know if the story is time gated or only the raids? Story is absolutely time gated. Like basically the way it works, chat, is you do story up until a raid, you beat the raid, then you do story until the next raid, then you beat the raid, then you do story until the next raid, and it just keeps repeating like that. That is how it's supposed to work. So basically, y'all end up getting like, I'm just trying to think of like the best way to phrase this, but y'all end up getting like kind of like I want to say it's almost bracketed like 20 hours to do story and then 4 hours to do raid, and that makes it sound like you'll have 4 full hours to do raid. You won't, but it's meant to be like any time that you're not raiding is time that you can spend doing story. You will probably have to spend your AP down in the middle of it. Like if the raid is too far away from being available, like let's say you wake up early in the morning and you have a ton of AP because your bar's full because you slept overnight, you will need to spend some down at least to like make you not cap out until the beginning of the next raid. And that's where like, you know, again, it's you just have to figure out what to do with your AP. There's not really anything else to do in the actual event itself outside of the raids. And so all the AP that you will spend it on will be just story to catch up. So that's it. So the next story section unlocks once the raid window closes. The next story section unlocks at reset at the end of the night, which is, you know, honestly, that's really freaking weird now how they did that. I have no idea how that's going to work. because the way it worked on JP was they came out at like 6 p.m. The raids lasted like 2 to 3 hours. There was like 3-ish hours of dead time. Reset happened, and then you got new story. But with this, they're going over that. So I have no idea when they're going to implement the new story. That like actually means that they changed this event. Like they changed it to make the time worse for Eastern. And it was probably done to make the time better for Western. But like, yeah, that's stupid. This does mean that they changed the event. Folks are just going to skip it. There's really no reason to skip the story from the simple standpoint of you must go through it in order to get to the next raid, and you have nothing else to do until the next raid appears. So like you can skip it if you want. There's just no real reason to actually skip it. It's 8 p.m. PST? Yeah. $6 p.m. would have been better. I agree. I don't know why they chose the time here. It just is worse for like probably everybody. How long are the raids lasting? They each last a different period of time, but it's roughly 2 to 3 hours. You don't need sleep. I think it's more just this was always going to be a problem because it's during the holidays. And it is what it is, chat. Like, there's nothing you can do. I can't touch any of these raids till Monday. Yeah, I think, like, chat, this is the problem that I complained about on JP. I said they were going to have an issue with the timing when this came to an A. And sure enough, they not only are having an issue, they made it worse. Snooze, thank you for the 10 gift sub bomb. Holy hell, you did not have to do that. Merry Christmas to you, buddy. And chat, if you guys were lucky enough to get a sub, thanks, Snooze. Easy dodge, yes. Yeah, like, I don't know, right? Like, I have no idea what went into this decision. I can only criticize it based off of the timing that it was supposed to be based off of JP's server. So, the fact that they changed that, I think, is stupid, but it is what it is. No amount of bitching will make them change it back. I will just probably take to Twitter at that point and call them out for it, but besides that, I'm not going to do anything. And again, thank you for everybody that subbed during the stream. Thank you for the people that followed during the stream. I just want to say, like, usually I give a very, like, brief, like, thank you while something's actually going on, because I don't want to actually interrupt, like, whatever the content is. But I do appreciate it. I did see it. Thank you to the new subs, especially. Like I said, I'm here every single, like, weeknight, basically, for FGO. I stream some even on the weekends, usually, and it's, like... I try to mix in like some variety content, so it's not always just FGO, but I am almost always covering FGO, so you don't have to worry about that. They just seem to be making it clear that they don't want some of us to play the raids. I mean, that's kind of how JP did it as well. I feel like JP kind of didn't want people to actually, like, you know, do stuff. And I guess it's like, it's fine in the grand scheme of things, but it is... the only one, and I've told you guys this before, the only one that really matters anyways to me is the final raid. It's the only one you actually have a decent amount of time to farm. It has the best, like, rate of return and rewards. So trust me when I say that, like, if you guys can't do too much in the early raids, don't feel too bad about it. It's not the end of the world, but it is at least somewhat, like, sad that they couldn't come up with a better time. When do the raids start? Literally, and PST is what's on the screen. Where's the Aurelia notification that's on top usually? I muted it so that, like, it wouldn't play during the stream. You guys didn't hear the alerts going off during the stream, did you? If you did, I fucked up. No? Okay. We didn't. I heard like 2. Okay, I'm getting mixed signals, but I will assume chat. I will assume chat maybe like heard the first one until I turned it off. It's probably what it was. 11 p.m. Eastern raid times to not sleep for 4 days. No, I mean, chat, like, these raids aren't going to last long enough. Like straight up, every raid will probably be done, like, before 2. Like, I think only one of them will last longer than that, and that'll be the Retainer Swarm. Yeah, the Retainer Swarm is, like, really fast. It's a bunch of mini raids. Oh, dude, you know Twitter's not going to boycott. They won't boycott anything. Retainers have waves, I thought. Yeah. They're basically, the retainers have, like, I want to say it's like 15 to 20 different, like, miniature raids. And they're very quick. Like, they're alive for, like, 15 to 20 minutes each. So it's like, you don't have that long. Oh, you know, it might help if I move my OBS over to the screen. There we go. Okay, welcome back to the farm, chat. You've made it. Just going nat AP till the final raid. Yeah, like I said, if you guys don't want to, like, prioritize the early raids, I don't see any issue with that. I think the early raids, like, for those of you guys that are telling yourself, man, I really want to, like, farm, you know, that first raid or that second raid or whatever, like, understand you are only going to get so many runs on that raid. Like it's however many runs you can complete in, like, 2 to 3 hours. That's it. Okay? And keep in mind that each of those raids have gimmicks that you will have to overcome. So you're not just going to be able to take, like, an easy one-tap comp for most of them. They have decently high health. They have a gimmick that you'll probably need, like a cleanse or taking a specific unit or something like that to counter it. If you don't have the unit, it'll be certainly a lot harder. So it's like, just keep that in mind. I popped that skill early on Sumanai, so there we go. The big raid is time-based. It has lives, but nothing that, like NA will do will influence it. Because JP didn't even put a dent in it. Like JP, the final raid, got killed by the server ticks. So it literally just goes down over time. Like, so when they tell you the amount of time that one's available, rest assured it is available for that time. So, like, you guys can rest assured that it will last for roughly, like, I think it's like 28 hours or something like that is the amount of time it was available. Okay, chat, someone want to give me a calc on this? 157, 436. $262, sweet, 272. We're at 272 boxes already, chat. And this is like day 2.5. 272 boxes of max bonus. Will we only get Coin of Dark banner during this event? No. Okay, so Henry, the first banner that you're going to get for Tunguska is going to be Taigong Wang and Dobrynya, the units that they showed off on the stream. Coin of Dark will be your New Year's unit, so you're not going to see her until January 1st. So she will be, like, coming, but it's basically Coin of Dark. I want to say it's like January, like, 15th-ish is where you guys will get the return of Coin of Lights banner. So she's still, like, a little bit less than a month away. Spoiling New Year's? I mean... Are you going for 1,000 boxes? No. No. My JP doesn't have enough apples to do that many. Well, probably. And if anything, like, my whole goal is to, like, get the 500 boxes done. Because, like, chat, I'm trying to, like, get stuff done ahead of Tunguska. Right? Because, like, you guys saw the raids are going to start activating, like, Friday night there. So... that's gonna be fun. I'll already be down. Sorry, I'll still be here, so like I can stay up some, but I have to get up in the morning. So I don't think I'll be live for that raid because I have to like pack and get ready to head down to my sister's. What GSSR am I rolling? Chat, answer that question. When does the GSSR drop? New Year's. Crony already spoiled New Year's. That's true, chat. I can't have spoiled you. You watched Crony. She told you. Yeah, the answer is what GSSR am I rolling? Yes. I am rolling a GSSR. Yeah, sure, whatever. Is this your United States of whatever, man? But yeah, no, the number of lives should be the same. We don't actually know that at this point, Davin. They didn't give us that info, but I'm sure we'll find that out really quick. Like, we'll go down for maintenance. There'll be that. By the way, chat, you can spend your AP down ahead of maintenance to make sure you're not capped out, or you can do whatever. Like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. You guys will have tomorrow to basically like do story and such. So I will probably not do story with you guys on stream tomorrow because I should already have it done in prep for the raid. It'll last long. Yeah, the final raid, you guys don't have to worry about the final raid lasting. It will last, I'm telling you that right now. It's the early raids. If you guys are trying to like get good kills in on them, please understand that they will only last like 2 to 3 hours. Like you will not get a lot of time. The first raid on JP died in under 2 hours. It was like up for like an hour and like 45 minutes or something like that. So keep that in mind, that it's just, you're not gonna have a lot of time to farm. What? Yes. What is the exact time of the raids? According to their schedule, the raids will come out at 8 p.m. West Coast time, which is 11 p.m. East Coast time. That's way worse than I thought, and that's not how they did it on JP. So they kind of screwed a lot of people with this. JP people are Degens, yeah. The longest of the minis was short of 4 hours. Yep. Would have liked them to do JP time for us, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, I just didn't press the skill chat. I'm sorry. That's a scuff? It is a scuff. Merry Christmas, chat. Yeah, I will still be live tomorrow. We're gonna at least like you know, I say that like I thought I was gonna be able to cover the raid, so we'll be farming this. I don't know that we'll actually have anything from Tunguska to do tomorrow, which is weird, but it'd be what it be. Like I said, I could potentially cover the start of the raid with you guys, stay up a little bit for that, but like I'll have to get off shortly after that. In a happy few beers, yes. Someone is always fucked somewhere on global servers. That's true, but did you notice how the people that aren't fucked ever are the West Coast people? Not unstrain yourself? No, it's not that big of a strain. It's more like I just have to make sure that I get to bed at a decent time because I have to wake up. Ice and gallstones not the worst thing in the world to skip. Yeah. And well, chat, you guys know how much ice I got, so we're like 30% of NA lives. That's true. So man, that helps out 30% of NA at the expense of 70%. Consistent like that. I know. Like I said, I'm not gonna get like angry at like West Coast people or anything like that. To me, this is all just like, the only reason that I think that this is somewhat upsetting to me is that they changed when it was actually going to start from when JP started it. So like if they based it off JP, the raid should have begun at 6 p.m. West Coast time. Now, some people probably wouldn't like that and would argue against it because they'll go like, well, that's like during, you know, family dinner time and stuff like that. And I'm like, that's true. That is very true. It doesn't matter. You starting it at 8 p.m. is still going to be during someone's dinner time. It's still going to be during someone's work time and stuff like that. So it's like, to me, it would have been better to just keep it like they kept it on JP. You wouldn't have had to change any of the code and you could have just implemented it that way. And I think the majority of people would have been happy with it. Just move to the West Coast for that time? I wish. What time was it in JST? It was 6 p.m. It'd be 1 p.m. here in Brazil. Thank goodness the event will happen on the weekend. Yeah. I mean, like, in this regard, at least it's happening during, like, Christmas break, so people should have off from, like, their works and stuff, at least at various points, but, like, I think the problem is just going to be that people are going to obviously be spending time with family, right? Actually, chat, does anyone... The JP Lotto should end on the 31st, right? 31st, yes? Okay, sweet. Yeah, I will easily hit my 500 on JP then, since we're already as redonkulously far ahead as we are. Only 16% of the US lives in Pacific time? That's interesting. So by the time the last raid is done, 90++ will be live on JP. I don't remember. I know we have it for like the last 4-ish days, right? So that should mean it comes out on like the 26th or the 27th. So potentially yes. I updated it earlier, good. And the rotation's last day is the 25th? Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fine, because it's like, all that'll mean, chat, is that I'll prioritize the Tunguska raid for as long as it's active, and then, like, I can just switch to JP and do that. But, like, I probably am not going to care too much about the 90++. Because, like, I don't know, chat, like, by tomorrow, we're already at 270. By tomorrow, chat, I'll probably be at like 400. So it's like, it's not gonna be like I'll have to do too much. Like we're at 12, but we're at plus 12 at this point. We're at max bonus. This is going absurdly fast. So I think the only problem is gonna be if the next node is like not as easy as this one and just has a more convoluted comp. Just goes to show how much the 90++ matters, yeah. Gonna use AM PM system here, so it's easy to get confused. Okay, so it's 2000. I don't know how you'd say it. Is that how you say it in military time, chat? What up, Polly? Said 12 hours to the PM time. Yeah, it's 20. No. 2000? Yeah, like I don't know if it's 2000 or like 2000 or something. Like I just don't know. So they say like 1900 hours, 2100 hours, that's something. Blue apples have a nice shade of blue. What if I told you they're actually like, what is it, copper apples or whatever? Copper slash, like it's bronze seedlings and copper apples, but they're blue. This is why I call them blue apples, because like, No one's gonna recognize them as the other name, as their actual official name. The Blapples, yes. Blue ones are bronze and the bronze ones are actually copper, yeah. You're at 1.99? Been there, did you? Did I pop that last skill? I hope I popped that last skill. So they're crapples? No. 20 o'clock? Okay. Bad math for you. Yeah, hold on. Don't forget that there's daylight savings and stuff. So can someone have grinded to 500 boxes by now if they didn't sleep? Probably. Why, do you know someone who has? I'll say this, chat. The most I could reasonably conceive in terms of boxes that someone would be at right now is probably about 350. You start getting north of that number already, I'm starting to question you. Like, again, I'm not going to say someone can't be more efficient than me. I'm just going to question how you got that efficient. And how you managed to literally do nothing else. Just past 200, yeah. Not this topic again, don't worry, I'm not going into it. You deny the stun skill from the beast? What? Are you talking comps for Tunguska already, chat? Yeah, you guys can feel free to, like, put together your comps. That is what I advise you to do during, like, each day leading up to the raid. Like... I do know someone with 450. Yeah, I questioned that they did it legit. Like, if they just didn't sleep, sure. I questioned that. I was asking why the stun was needed for the final raid. Yeah, I was gonna say, you don't have to. It's just a case of, like, if you're worried about, like, the boss killing you or something. Because, like, chat, please understand, the boss will get hits on you. Like, you're gonna want to 3-turn it. So, like, you can use whoever you want. Just keep in mind that there is the possibility that the boss crits you and kills you. Right? You don't want to get stun turn 2? Yeah. Don't we get support buffs, though? Like, during the final raid, specifically, like, story-centric support buffs? Is there a guild for the raids? What do you mean by guild? Did I forget to do it again? Or did I just do it on turn 1? How's it going? It's going pretty good. How are you doing, John? Sorry, Julio. I don't know why I saw John out of the corner of my eye. Do it like that. Oh, I still didn't activate the 3rd skill. God! I could have killed right there if I did. No, I did. So... Wait, huh? I'm confused as to how this lowballed so much. Santa Cad? Yeah. Let me get on the donation here. Your rain weather came to Los Angeles, take it back to Florida. Listen, Power. I know that to Californians, rain is like LaCroix falling from the sky. But you're just gonna have to deal with it. Scuffing on purpose because it's close to Christmas? Actually not. The whole reason, chat, that I gift is not for your benefit. It's to incentivize me not to scuff. So, like, you get a benefit from it, but I'm trying to, like, Pavlovian response myself. Like, this is like the shot collar method. Like, it's like, gosh darn it, every time I mess up, it costs me $5. Good night, RST. It's a penalty, not a gift, yes. I could still say Merry Christmas and treat it like it's a gift, but it's a penalty for me. They're really putting us on the EST midnight schedule for these raids. Yeah, like I said, it's just crap. I wish that they hadn't taken this time. Actually, hold on, chat. Let me just grab that right there. And I gift to be nice. It doesn't happen too often. That's true. I try not to, right? Live in Latin America, people from the USA know shit about rain. Listen, I live in Florida, good sir. It is very rainy here most of the year. But I will say, yes, Californians don't know crap about rain. Other than they know what it's like not to have it. I gifted because 'tis the season, and thank you, Kazari. I do appreciate it. Brain tired, sleep soon? No problem. They got one weak ass hurricane and think they know what a true Cat 5 is like? Wait, who are you talking about? You talking about Florida? I was gonna say, because you know Florida has had some Cat 5s, right? Oh, California, I see. Is it PST for the raid start time? If it is for me in the UK, it's 4 a.m. It is. It is not a good time for Europeans. There, I tweeted it, chat. I tweeted it specifically to the USA FGO tag. Like, I'm good, I work night shifts. Yeah, like it's completely like for some people it'll be fine. For some, like, I guess the point that I'm going to point out here is like there's no way to please everybody. Somebody would have always been pissed, that sort of stuff, right? Like, so I'm happy that it's good for the people that it's good for, and I lament for the people that it's bad for. Like, I just think that they were naturally going to draw this like comparison when like they changed it from the time that JP started the raids. If they had done it at the same time, you could have at least defended it by saying like, well, but that's the time that JP ran it at. But when they change it, now they kind of naturally bring that discussion on themselves. Oberon trying to steal my Melisson bells? Oh, it do be like that. Be very careful of Appens too. There's a ton of Appens that use bells. So is there a new 5-star for the event? Yeah, Taigong Wang. He's permanent though. So like I think you'll see a ton of people won't roll for him. I put out the video on him already though. I think a lot of people will probably sleep on him, especially with how good his kit can be. Like I was telling people for this node actually on JP, if I had an NP2 Taigong Wang, I would be running him. Because you could basically get away with clearing that first wave. He gives himself 50% charge, and he gives everybody else in the party 20% charge. So, like, he would be offsetting the lack of an MLB, or, you know, making your MLB even stronger, making you not have to have Appens, that sort of stuff. So, like, there's a lot of, like, potential benefit from having him, and I'm not sure that the NA crowd will realize that until later on. Like, because this is something that, like, I've seen this talked about from people that have used him on JP, where they go like, oh yeah, no, people don't get how good he is. Like, a lot of people look at his kit and think it's just not that solid. MP2 Taigong is nice for the raid, yeah. Yeah, ideally, the final raid chat, you want a good, solid AoE. And, again, he can be that. I just don't have pity right now. Yeah, no, it's fine. Like I said, I'm not gonna like try to guilt trip people into rolling him. Just I want you guys to like, please understand he is a good unit. If you see someone trashing him, they probably don't understand why he's good. Is this a Jeff Bezos song? I'm sure you said it before, but what would make Quick Team better? Like, are you asking, like, how to make Quick on par with, like, Arts and Buster? All of it just boils down to, like, having the same kind of, like, tier of supports that Arts and Buster do. I think if you have a unit like Castoria, not someone that necessarily has to give, like, solemn defense or something like that, right? But, like, is able to do, like, party charge and break up their charge, I think that would help out a lot. I think if you gave a unit that was a little bit more like maybe like Merlin or something like that for Quick, that would help out so that they actually had some sustain, some ability to handle challenge content that goes longer than 3 turns. I think all of that would be really good for Quick. So it's like, I don't think Quick is actually a worse card type. Comparatively, I think it's just less supported. I'd also say this too, like, I think it would be a great idea to add a low star Quick support. So like, you look at a unit like Shakespeare or Mozart, add that, but Quick, right? Like, give us a budget Quick support. And I think that would actually help out a ton. Is there an AoE that can clear the final raid without being Demonic Beast and no damage she? I mean, keep in mind, chat, the damage she, like just conflate the damage from the damage she to something like a Black Grail. If you have a Black Grail, you're pretty good in that regard. So you're comparing basically a damage bonus unit versus a unit that doesn't have damage bonus. And it's like, yes, potentially you would just need people that actually deal enough damage. So yeah, it'd definitely be hard. You're going to see most of the people that are like kind of meant to clear this are going to be people that actually have Like, you know, basically bonus. Fight Infinite Same courtside roll him? Yeah. He's a good pair with Scotty, who has no self battery. Yup. Yeah, no, and I agree with that, Henry. Like if you basically want Queen of Light and don't have her, Queen of Light, of all the upcoming banners here, until her banner, she is the best thing that you can roll. Like, just being truthful. Like, if you do not have her, saving for her specifically will get you the most. Cat song choice never ceases to amaze me. 9 Drive, baby. I told you guys it's a good song. I need to MLB my Black Grail. Same. At least on JP. Chat, if I could give... If I could give even like 1 in every 10 Black Grails that I have ever rolled on my NA account to my JP account would probably at this point have like at least 2 MLB Black Grails. At least. We had 2 copies. Same. Like, my NA has so many, my JP has only 2 ever. Which is hilarious, because I have the same number of Black Grails I do Rising Mud Rains on JP. Which is the much newer, like, hybrid one with Overcharge. FGO trade win. Oh, you'll never see that. I don't think there'll be any gacha game that'll ever allow true trading. And if they do, it'll only be on like something that doesn't matter. Or rather to say, it won't matter because it's tradable. Like whatever the resource is. About CE trading, they still won't allow it. Cat, do you know how many whales there are out there that have like just buckets and buckets of like MLB K-scopes and Black Grails? Like myself included. My NA just is like sitting on tons of them, right? So it's like it would just completely wreck anyone's need to ever have those things ever again. The rich keeps showing up for no reason. Yeah, so we got the free 5-star CE ticket from JP, and you know Black Grail and Kaleidoscope were both on there. And at the time, chat, I had 2 Black Grails still, and I had 4 K-scopes. So I picked K-scope to get MLB because something told me that if I picked Black Grail, that I would never see another K-scope ever again. And I would just be perpetually without MLB. And honestly, I have not used Super Scope that often on JP because we're now just at this point where most of the time you don't need it with the capability of people's charge and farming. That being said, there have been a few times that I've had to use it. I am very grateful that I have it. Like, if the trade-off would be to have been at 3 Black Grails and 4 K-scope still, I would vastly prefer that. Like the reverse, where I'm actually at the 5. Is Prisma on the 5-star CE ticket? Yes, I believe it is. 4 out of 5 on both K-scope and Black Grail? Yeah. When you picked your ticket, Avalon, why did I activate that too soon? When you picked your ticket, what, like what were you at? Two out of 5 K-scope, 2 out of 5 Black Grail? Yeah. I mean, I'll say this. I think Black Grail is the much more usable and useful CE nowadays. It didn't used to be that way. K-scope used to absolutely be dominant because of the lack of charge that we had in the game. But Yeah, in recent years, the like inflation of like support units with charge, as well as like how much charge units themselves have, has just resulted in Black Grail just being actually the better choice. On JP, I think I picked Black Grail. So, what if instead you could have picked K-Scope and had a Super Scope this whole time? How would that make you feel? And Game Breaker, so no one roll for them. I'm not gonna say no one rolled for them. I think Takeda's only issue is just that, like, he comes out and he's not the most cracked thing ever, and writers, especially AoE writers at this point, are just very stacked. Like, it's not that he's bad by any stretch of the imagination, it's just that the majority of people already have that need covered. And that, I think, is just always going to be the issue as you, like, play the game for years and years and years. Any game that kind of runs into this will notice this sort of thing. But I think, like, you look at something like that, and that is why we have, like, power creep at FGO. They have to kind of justify people rolling for stuff. And I have no issue with power creep in and of itself. I think as long as you're gonna, like, make your units stronger, that's fine, as long as you pick up the back end. As long as you keep making the older units stronger to at least, like, stay competitive, I think that's fine. It's where you start going, like, hey, we have, like, the haves and the have-nots, and the difference between them is just vastly different. Where it's like, oh, well, the newest unit to come out in this category is just absolutely broken and everyone needs to use them, versus, like, the oldest unit in this category is nigh unusable, either due to, like, the kit just being so antiquated that they can't be utilized in the same ways, or due to the fact that, like, content has gotten to the point where, like, they don't deal enough damage, basically, for it. Which we do kind of see nowadays with, like, some of our low stars and, like, 90++ content. And I think that's kind of an issue that they need to be concerned with over time. But whether or not they deal with it, we'll see. If I have one Black Grail but 0 K-Scope, shouldn't I aim for K-Scope for flexibility? Yes. Yes. That would be my opinion. The value of an additional Black Grail compared to the value of your first K-Scope is definitely debatable, but it's definitely in favor of K-Scope. I haven't picked my SSR servant ticket on today. I didn't get spooked by Tamamo or Arturia, and I'm in a perpetual I don't know state. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, Avalon, if you're considering between Tamamo and Arturia, do you know what will happen when you pick one? They'll spook you right after. And you'll never see the other. So, like, you pick Tamamo, you're gonna get a Tamamo spook. You pick Arturia, you're gonna get an Arturia spook. Just is how it is. Gacha is a fickle mistress. Link for the Saber Christmas pick. Julio, just type in !art. Like, that. And that should do it. Or, is Nightbot not working? Okay, there it is. I was gonna say, every single day I pick a new art of the day. I've been doing it ever since I started streaming in the directory long ago. And I always sauce the art, so. If you guys ever have a question as to which art piece I'm using, just go check it out. And usually that is also the art that when I go live gets tweeted out the next day, so. I picked Sanzang on the first 5-star ticket, and after wanting her for 5 years, I got her in a random world 2 weeks later. Yep. Look, and like, at least with, like, you know, like, say, like Arturia or Sanzang getting in P2, not that bad, right? Like, it's just making them stronger. Tamamo even would be good, at, like, because you're gonna get more healing out of that. So, like, it's not the end of the world if you see NP2. I'm just kind of pointing out the inevitability where it's like, no matter which one you pick, the answer is wrong. Like, the gotcha will find a way. Thinking about picking Nito for the SR ticket, but got spooked by her. When are we getting the 4-star? I think we get the 4-star ticket at the 25 million, right, chat? Isn't that our next one in May? 25 million, yes, okay. Looks at Rama being outdated for 5 years. Hey, hold on, okay. Rama did get a buff to make him competitive with Bowl Cut Samurai, whose name escapes me at the moment. K-pop Samurai, however you want to call him. Tsuna, yes. Watanabe. Clearly picking story locked is the correct answer. Yeah, I mean, in that regard, and I've always kind of held this, that like story locked units on the limited tickets, or limited if they're available, right? Like, but basically story locked or limited is usually your better go, especially if you think like they're just not going to have a lot of banners. So like, for instance, chat, there have been periods of time where like Lulter went years without a banner, Salter went years without a banner. Picking one of them up on the ticket, usually a good play, especially if you don't have them. Like, basically, you won't regret taking them. There may be something that you need more, though, so it's entirely up to you. Like, I pick always, like, one of those units, because I have the means and the patience to be able to roll anyone I want. So, at the end of the day, I'm just going to pick the thing that's, like, the hardest for me to get. But other players, you know, won't have as a robust account. They need to pick, you know, the 4-star ticket for gameplay reasons, not like because this is a rare unit type thing. So it just depends. Salter is a heavy consideration now for the ticket. Yeah, I will say this: if you guys have seen Salter being super cracked on JP now with that new buff, that is true. However, you really want NP2 Salter, because the whole reason that she's able to be that cracked in Black Grail Loop is by having her append unlocked. And you can unlock it at NP1. I think at like, is it like Bond 12? Bond 13? Something like that? Bond 10? Is it? Right, but you have to complete Bond 10 for that, right? So it's basically Bond 11 is what you got to get to. I don't know why. My brain is like thinking that somehow that sounds low, but... No? Okay. I don't know. It's been a long week. Hello, Torak. Wait, Torak, you're still awake? You're not normally awake at this time. Wait, is it already Christmas break for you, Torak? What a pin is 120? Yeah. I'll never be able to experience the Salter buff since she's Bond 10 already. I mean, Deontay, even if you were to Bond Grail her, which I know you won't, you still wouldn't be able to experience it really, because, like, in order to actually really take advantage of it, you need the append unlocked, and you don't unlock appends. So there's that. I fell asleep at 7 and awoke at 5. Oh no. Well, Torak, get used to awakening at 5. Because that's when the raids come out at your time. Yeah, for Torak, yes. Raids come out at a decent time for me. Good. Take advantage of it. So, like, remember your brothers that can't take advantage of it. Uh-oh. Got anyone want to drop? He's just prepping himself. Yeah, he's changing his sleep schedule. 15 minutes? Yes, chat. There is 15 minutes to go on NA. Now would be the time. Get spending. Like on your AP. He said, and didn't go to NA. I'm a new FGO player and I was looking for tips and came across your channel. Listening to one of your videos here at work, it helped me so far. Thank you. No problem. Happy to help. Doom and I farming? What? Yeah, you should have seen this comp back when I was back when I had a free slot still, because I had just MLB'd. It was a 3-button press comp. But yeah, if you guys are a new player, I highly recommend checking out my new player guide. I do need to update it. I'll get around to it eventually. But especially for NA players, you're still good. Like it's still completely up to date for you. It'd only be for JP players that it's like slightly out of date. Okay, so that node is done. I'm gonna go ahead and put myself in the next node. And then we're gonna go to NA myself here because I want to make sure that that I'm getting spent down before maintenance. You need one more for plus 11? Nice. Yeah, it always sucks when you're like you're sitting there, you've just MLB'd. You don't have more, like you need one more drop to actually increase your efficiency in terms of like drop efficiency. Because you MLB'd to break even, right? But the upside is that you now get to use one of your normal CEs because you have a free CE slot. So you can make the farming that much easier. It's very like, okay, there's a good side and a bad side to this. You're like, man, I kind of hope there's another drop soon, so I increase my efficiency. But then you're also like, but wait, I'm actually faster doing it this way, so I hope I don't get the drop. Only now realizing Mellison is going on strike from overwork by being a pinata here. And you know what? I am happy to see that, like, for once, instead of Mellison bullying every other node, Mellison is the node getting bullied. It's very poetic. That's simply a fake Melu? Oh, okay, I see. You're like me whenever I have to battle a saber face. It's not the real one. I'm sure Mellison could bully Mellison. I'm surprised I haven't seen someone like take a picture of the node where they're using Mellison to kill it, and it's like the Spider-Man meme where they're just pointing at each other. You can even double mellow the node? Well, then at that point, like, are you even sure which one's the real one? Pretty sure Mellison's anti-class append is Lancer? Yeah. Trust no one, not even yourself. I hope I won't see Chiome in a Lotto node. Don't want to end up making comps against my wife. Does anyone know how much bond the raid drops? I'm saving teapots for the raids. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I'm sure someone in chat probably knows. But, yeah, I'd say you're safe, right? Like, saving teapots for the final raid is probably a good idea. Like, that's what I'm doing at the moment. I just totally did that on the wrong person. That's not good. Oh, I got bailed out. I got actually bailed out. I got triple arts here. Well, I say that actually. I don't know that I did get bailed out. That may not be enough. Oh, no, wait. No, it will be. Good night, Jay. We have command seals. Listen. I want to save them for Tunguska. You cheated? Did I cheat? Or did I, like, see it coming and realized? I see some of you are already responding on Twitter. CAD counting cards? Quite literally. You absolutely should. Okay, there we go. AP spent down. We're not even at maintenance. There's still 9 minutes left, chat. Back to JP. More farm. What else do we need these things for? No, seriously. Can we use CS as AP refills? That'd be nice. Yeah, I said that. Or like, so eventually, chat, JP gave us the ability to use anyone, regardless of whether or not they were your friend, and use their NP, right? Originally, the way it was is obviously like if they weren't your friend, you couldn't use their AP. I proposed, instead of, you know, completely undoing the entire basis of the friend system in FGO, that it would be a decent idea to allow people to use a command seal to unseal their NP, to basically use the friend's NP. So it's like, you can't do it all the time, but if you're just like in a shit spot where the only person that had the like right CE and unit combination up that you needed to take for a fight wasn't your friend, you could still use it. I think we get that really soon. Yes, I believe we do. You'll save them for later and not use them anyways? Yep, 100%. Like, technically, chat, you should never sit at full. That's maximum efficiency. But, like, am I going to do that? No. So will we get a raid once the event starts? This is hella confusing. No. You will get a raid tomorrow night. Very late at night. Well, if you're East Coast, very late at night. So, like, you're not gonna get one immediately when you wake up in the morning tomorrow, if that's what you're asking. You will get one tomorrow night. What a weird event. Oh yeah, it was weird when it came out on JP. Everyone criticized it. Like I said it back then, I'll say it again now. They unlearned what they learned back in the original Valentine's Day event in year 1, which was don't make content that is available for less than 24 hours, because it forces people to have to play during certain times of day, and not everybody has the same schedule. So it's like, it's never a good idea when they do that. I do wish Siegfried had a taunt or something, given his NP gain up. Yeah, NP gain is always a weird thing to have on a Buster unit, and there's a couple units that had it. Like, the one that always sticks out in my mind is Ivan, because Ivan originally didn't have a charge skill. He had NP gain, but it was kind of okay on Ivan, because Ivan was always meant to be more of a challenge unit, and so like it made sense that he would be in a challenge like fight having to card a lot more. So him having NP gain wasn't the worst thing in the world. But I think like for making him actually like a viable farmer, they had to give him charge, and there it is. If only I need to grind this game was a proper excuse to the boss. Yep. Why are you using a single buster unit to farm? Are you saving space for C's? Or are you trying to max out BP farm? So, why would I bother using, like, supports? This is less button presses and it's faster. Right? Like, chat, this is a... Here, I'll get into the node and I'll show it, right? He has two sources of it? Yeah. So, this is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 button press comp. That's it. That's all I do here. And it's still like maximum bond because I'm bonding a ton of people. I'm not even taking like all 5 stars or anything like that. I'm just rolling through and abusing this node. I assume Lotto C is 50%. Yeah, I have max limit. Sorry, I have max bonus now. So I have all MLBs, chat. No plug suit 3-turn always feels good. It does. Especially when you can pop the majority of the skills turn 1, which is how this one works. The only skill I pop on turn 3 is Sumanai's third skill. I just realized my new Scotty, that she has a quick support with an arts NP. That's kind of weird. No, you actually want that. You want your supports to have an arts NP because it makes it easier to chain triple arts with their NP. So, like, let's say this was Scotty's NP, and I really wanted charge on, like, Morgan or, like, any other unit. Like, let's say this is another quick unit, right? Like, having this setup right here, boom, there's triple arts right there. So, like, it's a... If you're going to have to use the NP, having it be a free arts card is always better. Either as the lead off to a chain or as the component of a triple arts. Like, that's where, like, if Santa Martha had an arts NP, that would be so good for her. The fact that it's quick is actually kind of annoying for her. Like, it's not like the end of the world. It doesn't make her crap or anything like that. It just would be arguably better for her if it were arts. I'm assuming you have a pins unlocked? Yeah. Yeah. Like, my Morgan has... And, like each of them have an MLBC, so that's 50%, right? Sumanai is a 30% buster unit. So, like 30% charge. So I maxed out his append because that's actually really good for him. Morgan herself is a 50% unit, so I don't even care. I do have it unlocked and maxed out, but it doesn't matter for this purpose. And then, actually, no, it does. So the way it works on Morgan is basically Morgan puts this skill on him. And basically, he has an MLBC that's 50%. He has his append unlocked, that's 10. He charges himself by 20, so his last remaining 20% comes from Morgan. But, like, you don't have to use Karna Saber to do this. Like, Karna Saber's bonus, so he's really easy. But, chat, you can use someone like Castoria Berserker. You could probably even use Draco. You could probably use Creamhild. Any number, like Kentucky, like any number of single target Berserkers or Sabers should work. Some of them won't have enough damage to kill the wave, but if you're doing like this Sumanai strategy with Morgan in the front line, Sumanai at NP5 10x10 should kill. Not everyone's going to have him at NP5. The reason I have him at NP5 on this account is because Merlin rolls did not go well. So it is what it is. Like, he is a permanent unit. A lot of people will have him at a high level. And he's just very anti-Melisson, so it works. Estrella? Probably if it were evil without it being evil, she probably wouldn't. Oh snap, I slept through, let's go. Hey, what's up, Trubs? Anything cool? The raids start at a terrible time for East Coast. They'll be at like 9 p.m. your time. It won't be too bad for you, but... Well, actually, I say that. You have a much more different schedule than most people, so it might still be terrible for you. I can't believe in 2 years I'll be farming Melisson with Melisson. Yeah. Bro, we heard you like Melisson, so we put some Melisson in your Melisson. Maintenance has started. Alright. You know what that means, chat. Time to farm more on JP. There's probably some Theseus comp for this too. Probably. This node's not that bad. Most of the 90+ nodes are not like, oh god. When is the raid time daily reset? For like East Coast, yes. Actually, yes, for West Coast as well. Yeah, it's daily reset, which is not when it happened on JP, hence my complaints. Unlimited maintenance works, yep. Yeah, I do find it funny since this is a very like time-centric event. If we were to have like extended maintenance for whatever reason, I wonder what the devs would do. They would probably be like shitting a brick and being like, "Oh man, does an NP3 Sumanai work here?" Yes. You might not clean clear if you're trying to do the same thing that I'm doing, but remember, chat, I'm not using Mystic Code, so like you can always add that in. You could even plug suit. Right? Like, if you wanted to, you could plug in, like, another support, like a Koyanskaya or a Castoria or whoever, right? Like, so there is always the capability of, like, doing more to get more firepower. This is, like, an extremely minimalist comp. This is, like, I don't want to have to do things. I want max efficiency, and I want it for the least amount of presses I can make it. That is what this is. Does NP1 Morgan work? Mine is NP1 Grailed, and it does, but I would assume NP1 non-Grailed would. I think the enemies in the beginning are considered either Fey or Man, because I see that they get the damage bonus against them. Yeah, I mean, like, you might have to, like, card once with Sumanai. It wouldn't be the end of the world if you did. It'd just slow the comp down a little. I think for every one run I can do, you do 2 runs with how few buttons you press. That is usually why I'm so fast. Like, compared to a lot of other people, as I tend to find one of these comps that I can do, and I am just exceedingly efficient at it. Like, you guys can ask, like, Bob or Avalon or Torak or Andre. Like, I sit here, I find this fun. I sit here and I just try to like min-max my comp as much as I can. I want to see like how lazy I can be. That's why I said, chat, there was the point where I was exactly at 4 MLB. I slapped a K-scope on Saber Karna and it got the button presses, the two, so like his charge skill and Morgan's charge skill that both go on to him. They're the 2 worst skills in this. They are targeted skills. With the MLB K-scope, the super scope, I don't have to use either of them. It got this comp down to Morgan's first skill and Sumanai's first and third skill. That's it. That's all I had to do. It was such a fast comp. It was so good. I am sad that I can't do it for you. It's also another friend of mine does things. He asked me for stuff like that on a bunch. Yeah. Usually whenever I ask Avalon a question like, hey, how would this work? Like in terms of like calculating something for me, it's probably because I'm at work, I'm busy, I can't figure it out myself, but like I'm scratching my head and trying to like wrap it around it. The dog is moving. I thought it was a picture this whole time. No, yeah, it's just a live cam of my doggos sleeping, which they're about to go out soon, so. So in other words, you work hard in order to be lazy. Yes. Okay, chat. The way to think about it is work smarter, not harder, right? So like, yeah, I have to put a little bit of brain power in, but if I can come up with a comp that makes it so that I can turn my brain off for the rest of the time, isn't it worth it? Isn't it worth it, chat? I thought they were bunnies. No, they're two gigantoid huskies. You can also use Doman for wave 1. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised by that in the slightest. So then like a Doman would be really good in the case of like if you had like someone like say Salter, like anyone who's chaotic evil or something trying to like take out the final wave. That'd be really good for them. Like Doman works great for like charging up, buffing, and killing a wave all with one skill. Like it's really solid how much firepower he can provide to a comp. With great team comps comes great lashing at Wallet-kun. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this is my JP account, and like none of this really cost me too much. The Sumanai indirectly did. The Sumanai is the result of me having to actually spend money on Merlin. And that's just because Merlin was a dick. And the amount of money I spent was like I had to buy like basically 2 packs for it. So it was not that bad. But like it was one of those deals where I was like, I'm not gonna miss out on Merlin. So I just went ahead and like made sure I got him. Classic Merlin. Well, the story is actually more complex than even that. The story is basically that I had to buy a 3rd pack, but in the process of having to go get the 3rd pack, my login triggered and I got my 30 quartz login bonus for like my milestone. I went, pulled it out, rolled it before ever redeeming the pack that I had bought. And he showed up. So I had already purchased enough like funds for getting the pack. I just hadn't actually redeemed it inside of FGO. And basically that's typical Merlin. He made me go buy another pack only to not not spend it. But I ended up using it for like GSSR and stuff. Okay, chat. I'm gonna keep farming because like it's what I do at this point. Farmersonly.com. But we're gonna go send you guys over to Mr. Phaethon. He is on doing his prep. And again, I will be back tomorrow. But if I don't get to see you guys, I hope you guys have happy holidays, have a Merry Christmas. And again, spend some time with your family and let them know that like you love them and care about them. Or if you don't love or care about your family because they're assholes, you know, find someone who you do care about and let them know. Anyways, go give some love to Faye. Like I said, I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be continuing the grind. Good luck with Tunguska. Have a good one.